Hello, 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 hello. Welcome, friends. Welcome, Team Replay. It's Sunday. I know. Yes, I'm here in the studio. It's where I've been all day. But listen, here in the studio, slapping paint on paper, what I've been doing today, it's where I've been healing, been creating, and I've been finding my joy. Even in the middle of one of the hardest days of the year, one of the hardest days, hardest seasons, the end of the year. I figured out why I'm always so busy at the end of the year. It's because it's just that time of year that I am trying to keep my joy, trying to keep my composure after the loss of my children. So, if you can relate, then I'm here for you today. Today, I want to talk about, or hang out in the studio and talk about something that's very close to my heart: walking through grief while still holding space for joy. Like I'm really, really, really gonna walk this thing. It's what I've been doing all morning. Yesterday was kind of good. It was a good day. Me and Mr. McCoy hung out. But I knew that today was gonna be coming up. August the 24th. Today is 18 years. Today is the anniversary of my daughter and my granddaughter's death. And life like today just really had me in a chokehold. And I started out with Pam and Casey and Michael on their live. Michael just had me dying laughing, just really, really made my morning. And then it's just like, okay, you know what? And then I got off and continued watching the Waltons and creating and just doing all the things. And I didn't feel like slapping paint on paper because I've gotten this thing about taking what I've already done with my slapping paint on paper and making them into these beautiful cards. And so as I was doing that, then it was just like I looked at my bishop, you know, I had church online kind of thing, and so I was just like, oh, great, all right. So I needed to keep the momentum up. I didn't need to just go and sit on the porch because it's Sunday. I dare not go. Normally, when I'm feeling like this, I would go and mow. I would get on the lawnmower or the tractor and just really, really, really just go in on all usually 10 acres of it. But it's Sunday. I dare not mow on Sunday. I can't do it. I don't care. I went out there, I thought about it, I walked around. I was like, no, I'm not gonna do it. And so I ended up back here in the studio. So what it told me was that maybe someone else needs to see how I really walk through my grief while I'm still holding that space for that joy. Like I'm still happy even though I'm sad, right? Because grief has a way of stealing the air from the room. Like it really has a way of choking the life. Like it has me by the neck, so much so that my throat was I was almost feeling like I was losing my voice. So I was just like, okay, I'm on here, I'm typing in the chat, but I'm not saying anything. So when I started laughing, I could feel my voice kind of trying to just go. So grief usually doesn't ask for permission. It comes in waves. Sometimes I forget about August 24th. I don't think about it until like August 27th. And I'd be like, Lord, thank you for getting me through it, like without even realizing it. But today it's on a Sunday. Today is my day of rest. It's my sit down day. It's my relaxed day. And therefore it was after my kids started sending me text messages, I was just like, darn, why everybody keep asking? And I was like, oh, yeah, I forgot. Yeah, I know what today is, right? And they want to make sure that I'm okay. Hey guys, hey, welcome to Slapping Paint on Paper. Where today we're gonna do, I don't know, a multitude of things. I don't know how long I'm gonna be here. I could be here for 10 minutes. I could be here. I don't know. But if you want to hang out, come hang out. It's just the time for me. Thank you, Salah. How are you? Thank you for your kind words. She said, I'm going to bed, but I want to drop a quick hello and thumbs up and hope you'll have a good evening. Yeah, I forgot because you're over there in that beautiful place. So thank you, Sala, for dropping in. If you're still there, thank you. And Julia, hello, Julia. Welcome, welcome. I didn't know how many people, if anybody was going to pop in. It was just, I just said I needed to just talk. I needed to just let my vocal cords continue. And I was just like, you know what? I got a lot going on in the studio. I have decluttered. I can see under every desk, under the stairs, under the stairs. I am so grateful for that. But the grief, I'm refusing to give in. I'm not giving grief permission today. I don't care how it wants to just make me feel bad or how it wants me to remember the sad day 18 years ago. Hold on, let me cut my light on. Willow disconnected my lamp. I know that's what it is. The plug is not there. And so that's why I just, pulled up the hit play. What's that thing? Hit live. Put up a, oh Lord, did the puppet chew? Oh, there we go. I was going to say, I know that puppet didn't chew in my cord. So it works out. It works out. And I checked, made sure I got my coffee. So that's going to make me happy. But I'm going to share. I did a little video. That's what it was. I did a little video. And I was just like, I was talking through the video because I was trying to exercise my voice. And I was hoping that was going to satisfy me. And then I was going to do a multiple of 10. Not 10, but 10 minutes or whatever I was doing. And I was just like, that wasn't it. It wasn't making me feel better. Like I did the video and I was just like, oh, but there's nobody to talk to or whatever, like the chat. And I was just like, okay. So as I was looking at the Waltons, I guess it's that time for grief to be going on there. And I was just like, this ain't making me happy. Because the Waltons usually make me happy. But John Boy's got the newspaper and he's writing daggum stories. And I was just like, oh, Lord. So here I am. Okay, that's just a little why you are seeing Karen on a Sunday. She's fighting the grief. She is going to win. Because today is a day where I choose to stand on it. And some days, I end up flat on the floor. And I'm not going to say I didn't start out this morning. At some point, I was just flat on the floor like, Lord, just good gracious of life. It's been 18 years. But I want to let you know, this is what I want to tell somebody. And then we're going to get on to creating. But grief doesn't have a time limit. Grief doesn't retire. It does not have a retirement plan. As long as you're breathing, grief is a part of your life. Just because you retire or you go to a new job or you move or whatever, all the things that I thought I was doing to give me a better life or a better mindset or, a little freedom, it doesn't change the fact that grief is still a part of your life, right? Remember, grief doesn't come and knock on the door and say, can I come in? Grief doesn't RSVP. Grief just usually waves on in like a daggum tornado and tears some things up. So I'm in control of grief today because I refuse to just go and sit and wallow. I wanted to come on here and encourage someone. Grief might not be your thing. You might not have lost someone, but maybe there's something that has made your heart hurt. And I've always said grief is anything that makes your heart hurt, that makes you cry, makes you shed tears. Loss of a relationship, divorce, loss of a child, mother, father, sister, brother, any of that, then you understand, right? So I want to give you an invitation to create joy. I don't know if that is maybe your creating joy might not be my creating joy. Mine right now, I have all the things that I love on my desk. I have watercolors on my desk. I have the card making on mixed media on my desk because that's what I feel like I'm done with these cards. Thank you, Paula K. I received that hug. I do. I was going to go to church this morning, but I was like, I didn't want to. I really gave myself permission to say I don't want to. That I didn't want to really physically be in the presence for people to misconstrue if I did shed tears. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I just chose to try to drive my own grief. So I decided to say, where can I pause today? What small thing can I create? Not for the world, not for perfection, but simply for my heart. And I decided to come on and share it. And that's just it. That's just in a whole nutshell. So today I invite you to pause with me. Maybe grab a brush when I grab a brush. Maybe just sit with your journal. If I, inspire you to move and do something, then okay. So, or just maybe simply just sit there, pray for me and my strength. Close your eyes, pray for you, but let stillness hold you. Because joy for the heart doesn't have to be big. It's often, usually, like I say, it's often found in healing one brushstroke at a time. The smallest breath, just sitting in the moment, or the smallest yes to yourself, or the smallest no to yourself. All of those are what we need. And that's just how it goes as I sip on my coffee. Oh, it's hot. Okay, let me start out by showing y'all how crisp this line is. I use my machine, and I hope everybody saw the live where I unboxed that beauty. And so I did this. Look how, like, that line right there is so, like, don't get no better. Let's see, make sure. So these are, look, as I turn it over, it might make you want to, like, what in the world did you cut that? But it's old papers that I wasn't using. Remember, I've decluttered my room. I've decluttered the studio. Mr. McCoy took 4 boxes, 2 bags, no clothes, altogether like 5 or 6 bags. I've gotten rid of some stuff under the desk. I got rid of some magazines because in my mind I was like, we're gonna have, parties. We're gonna use these. I haven't used them, and those magazines go back to like 2015. I didn't throw all of them away, but some of them I sent to the thrift store so that they can put them in the area where because people do go in and look for magazines to do what do you call it? Those poster things where vision board parties. I still have a whole bunch. I still have a whole lot. But this cut, and this is it. It cut all of this. It can cut up to, I think, 400 pages. I don't think I will ever use it to cut that much, but I think it was 400, 300 or 400. And it was so easy till I was still mashing and pulling the handle down, and it was like, I'm done, lady. What are you doing? And the lines are crisp, so I can see maybe throwing this into a plastic bag and slapping some paint in there and just, coming out with some yumminess on these and using these as little lines to go on something. I don't know. But these right here, I think, what did they come out to be? Let's see. They are the width. I did them for bases. Oh, I still didn't get them. They're 7. Oh, it's a smidge. It was supposed to be 7. So I can break this down to, let's see. The average card, Sala is gone. She said she was gone. Paula. Julia, do you make cards? I'm not sure. I can't remember. What's your choice? Or was it Julia? Was you watercolors? I'm trying to remember. Oh, let me plug up my laptop. It's about to go dead. We don't want to do that. That's where all the fun comes. But this one, I did this one. And I know Di don't like the F word fodder, but I don't know any other way to put it. Like, I cut this one up and I put it on, in the words of Bill calls them humpers. I put them on a ledge. Well, I don't know what the word is for them, but put this one on, and the other ones kind of put them back the way they were on the paper. Hey, Ivy Pearl, how are you? And then I put it on, this is Bitty Penny paper. Let's see which one. Okay, where is everything? Is when I tell you everything's on my desk, it's a mess. It's a good mess, though. I am happy to have the mess. I am. Let's see. Oh, I thought I had the papers right here. So I can tell. It's the ones that I just got. I know gilded. I think it's not gilded. I don't. It's not the one. Gilded Rose is one. What in the world did I do with those cards? And the other one was the Christmas one. I have been making a lot of A2 lately. Okay, for that, I think that's the one. I think okay, this one is let's measure this. I was trying to do some cards. I'm going so basically on the back of these, I'm going to of course put something on the back of it so you can't see that. But I figured the back. Oh, what's that? The back of that is already done. But I was going to use this as a base. But looking at this is longer. This is 11. So 11 by 7 and 1/8. And so if we fold it, I'll fold it in half, of course. That would be, oh, that's not bad size. I guess I could live with that. That would be 5.5. Yeah, so I think I could work with that. And so in here, I would just take and put some paper, something, whatever color I choose, or whatever, like something, and put there. And then this was going to be, let's say, like so. I've fallen in love with the base, or the, what do you call those things? I do watercolor and acrylics, and I'm starting to make journals. Okay, I thought so. So, Julia, you're going to hang around, or if you're going to be here, I am going to pop out the gouache. I did a gouache class yesterday. I felt like it was not a beginner's class. I felt like that class was way over my head. But I went back and looked at the replay, and I learned some things. So I'm going to probably pull out the gouache. I'm going, whatever is going to make my heart feel full of joy. That's what I'm going to do today. So this is how I literally walk through my grief. Because it's been 18 years since my daughter and granddaughter today. 18 years. I got the worst news I could have ever walked into in my life, right? And so to be here today and still be able to talk about it and share this so that I can inspire somebody else to stay on the road, walking forward. Don't turn around. Don't just give up. Because some days I pray, Lord, just take my breath away. I don't want to breathe. I don't want to live with this pain. So I want to inspire somebody. I want you to know it's 18 years today, and it was a hard time. It was very much so hard, right? And I couldn't have ever imagined in a million years that 18 years down the line, I'll be here for one, talking about it, and for two, inspiring people to create and find what makes them happy. Like whatever I do, it may not make sense to some people, and that's okay. But it's what I've needed to keep me happy. It's what I've needed to bring me joy. Let me put my do not disturb on, because I know somebody's going to probably call. Because once people really realize what today is, like the phone, the kids, definitely my kids are like, hey, how you doing today? And you can tell the kids that didn't want to just be like, well, how are you feeling today with this being the anniversary? They usually go in like, hey, how's your day today? And that's usually my response will be either, what do you mean? I'm good. What's up? And then they'd be like, oh, okay, she good. Or if my response is like, yeah, I'm making it through. It's another year or whatever. Then they know. So then usually they'll go quiet, and I'll just continue to just be like, okay, because we're all on this journey together. We're all trying to heal. Like we're all trying to figure out how to do this thing. There's plenty of books out there. I've even written to myself, but neither one of them centers around how to navigate through grief. I give you my version of how I'm doing it, right? Like how even 12 years after my daughter and my granddaughter, 12 years later, I had to say goodbye to my son. And people are like, well, okay, well, you know how to do it now. No, their births were different. Their deaths were different. So I'm over here creating like a mug. I think we can use this. Look at here. My purpose drives me and motivates me to get up and work every day. So these didn't just come. They just didn't happen like I was going to do something with this. I don't know what that was. Something Mr. McCoy printed out. Yeah, that's something. He didn't realize it was cardstock in that printer. So I will take these and we're going to go on and cut these out. And I want them to have a little sheery stuff on the bottom. So the class yesterday, it was by Plain Air. And it was the gouache part. And, I've been wanting to get into gouache because I want to combine gouache with my watercolors. Well, some people were like, well, you can't do that. You shouldn't do that. It was whatever. But there was a guy on there yesterday. And when he was teaching and everybody was like, but you're using watercolor. And he's like, it's not time for the gouache to show up yet. I was like, oh, wait, hold on. What he said? It wasn't time for the gouache to show up yet. So that gave me permission to slap my paint on my paper and do my watercolor, right? And then slap some gouache on top. So y'all know I got these two, but yes, and then I have, these are all the gouache that I have. So I had the Hemi. I started out with the Hemi, and somewhere somebody said that the Karatake was gouache, and they have gouache, but the one that I have isn't gouache, it's watercolor. So then I had to go down. Y'all know me, I could care less about all the things. As long as it brings me joy, then I'm happy with it, right? So this right here was my first one, my first real one, is how I'll say that sealed up and all the things. So I had to wake this back up, but now it's yummy because, see how gouache cracks? If you put gouache, learn yesterday, y'all know I'm going to share all the things that I learned, and I'm going to I tried to take notes, but I was just like, nope, I got the replay, so I'll go back and look at it, and I'll make sure that if you want to know about it, the one thing I kept thinking when somebody would say, well, gouache is just like acrylic. If you love acrylic, then you love gouache. And everybody yesterday on the platform said gouache is nothing like acrylic. And the one thing that made that, I was just like, I kept in my head, and y'all know me, I don't go in the chat. It was over 200 people in the chat. So I was just like, I closed out the chat and I wanted to pay attention. I want to give all my undivided attention to the teacher, the person who was presenting. And the first person, they said, she was using all gouache, and she was saying, let me get rid of the myth. Gouache is nothing like acrylic, and I'm going to show you why. She didn't explain it. She did what I love. I'm going to show you why. So I'm going to do what she did. I'm going to show you why. When we get to slapping some paint on some paper, I'm going to show you. And if you already know, it was just the light bulb came on. I was ready to receive it yesterday. Hence is why I was going down the rabbit hole of, learning about gouache. And I had already had this one. So we got introductory and we got a mixing set. And then I have this one, Winsor & Newton. And then I had $15, $20 gift rewards with Michael's. So I needed to use it because it's going to expire. And I know if I didn't use it, I would go and I'd lose it. It'll get lost. So this morning I ordered Holbein gouache because the guy, Holbein was part sponsor. They were one of the sponsors. That's what it was. On the Plain, P-L-E-I-N, Plain Air class yesterday. And I was just like, oh, and when he showed the two differences in the gouache, I was blown away. He said, think of it like this. You got stained glass, and you have, which I got this for the watercolors, but I didn't think about it really, but because I was trying to explain it to Maddie the other day, but he's like gouache, when you have the designer gouache and the acrylic gouache. See, that's why I thought it was like acrylic, because it had acrylic. But one of them it shows up like it, I guess. But gouache is rewettable. So it behaves like watercolor. And that was just the thing. So that's the avenue that I was trying to go down. So I got designer gouache and then artist gouache. So both of these are artist gouache, designer's gouache. So these are all the same. So the acrylic gouache, it's a name. And it's just, it's like one is like looking through a, a church glass window, which you pretty much can't. And the other one is like looking through a, what's that glass window? It's like looking through glass. Like you can see through it, but you can't see clearly. Does that make sense? Well, I'll get to it. I got my cheat sheet because I'm not 100% expert at it, y'all. So that's just where we go. But I do know that I do love the coverage, but it's fun. Oh, let's see what this one say. I am incredibly grateful that I get to live a life that I am completely in love with. Even with all my grief that I have in my heart, I can say I like that one. That one's a good one too. So it's a sheer day. And what else did I get? Got some. Oh, I got another paper pack because y'all know I needed some more paper for my bases. Let's see. Self-love is a choice, and I am grateful that I can make that choice every day. It is in my power to change anything I need to change to enjoy that life I want. I like all of these. I'm glad that one did kind of pop out. I needed to keep that on a day like today. So there we go. We're going to keep those. All right, this base right here. So this is what I was saying when I was cutting these out. This one probably won't work so much. Not so much because that one kind of swallows the page. But y'all know I got some more. I got plenty of them. Because what I'm doing is taking my artwork. There we go. And I'm putting it on a base. I'm putting them on cards. Let's see. Let's do that one is white. To me, acrylic gouache isn't really gouache. It's just matte acrylic that introduces the confusion. True gouache is opaque. That's the word I was trying to say, opaque. Opaque watercolor that can be reactivated. Absolutely. So Ivy Pearl, yesterday they really cleared up that acrylic gouache. I gotta go out in there and get my notes because the acrylic gouache, it depends on the brand. Like, and the Holbein guy, he really explained that thing. And he just said it's not like the acrylic. He did say that. And all right, I'm going to just drive myself crazy because I can't remember. I see him. He did a demonstration, and that's what it was. And it's just really, even the acrylic. Well, let me put it this way. With Holbein, and I'm only going to speak to Holbein. The Holbein has, when theirs says acrylic, it doesn't even say acrylic. It says, it looks like acrylic. Let's just leave it that way. It just looks like acrylic. Let me pull it up on my phone because there were two different ones. Where did I order? Where's my order? And then next week, so this Saturday, this week is busy. This week starts the busiest part of my life, going all the way to the end of the year. And I was just like, why do I do that to myself? And then I had to realize it's because August starts where I was trying to stay busy and be busy. Like normally I would be somewhere speaking, but because January this year I entered into the real grieving world of my son, I didn't have anything. I didn't do anything. Okay, so Holbein Artist. See, it says Artist Acrylic Gouache. Artist makes it not be. Okay, now let's hold that thought right there. And I feel like I'm jumping ahead because we're not doing acrylic right now. Just hold that thought right now because I don't want to misconstrue the things. We're going to stay on cards right now so I can keep showing y'all where we going with this. But this is a regular card base that I had already had some. So this gave me the inspiration to do papers. This is cardstock. So it gave me inspiration to basically do a smaller version of this. And I think that's what I was trying to do, Paula and Ivy, is the 5x7. I couldn't remember, but when I put this paper in there, I was just trying to see if it worked. So I guess if I go back in there, I'll go back in with the other cardstock and make sure that it's 5x7, because on the cutter it has, what would that be? I think it has A4. Let's see. Yes, it has A4. And it has all those crazy metrics, millimeters. Is that what it is? Millimeters. So A4, if I put it in the box and then just smooch it over, then it will do. And then I had to order some more blades for this puppy right here. So that was why I was just like, oh. And it's because Bitty Penny showed me when she was telling me why she didn't, all of the blades. Remember we were talking about the blades, and I was just like, oh, when I cut the paper, and I was just like, oh, that's what she's talking about. Because y'all know I didn't do that kind of stuff, so it really didn't matter to me. But now that I've started placing my cards onto the bases that I'm cutting up and stuff like that, it makes sense. It makes sense. So that is how that was for me. So I've been enjoying making cards. If you haven't seen my video, which I just put it out today, do take time to go over and give it some watchy and kind of help me out with a thumbs up and sharing it, because we're on the stretch, y'all. We're almost at our 3,000 watch hours. I never thought that I would be on this journey. Like, this is, listen, y'all that are here, this is how this started. Well, my grief journey. This is how it started. In 2023, I took to YouTube to do something so that I wouldn't be feeling sad. And here we go. I am at almost 1,000 subscribers and almost 3,000 watch hours. Well, including my shorts, I'm over 3,000, but for the real watch hours, YouTube doesn't count shorts. So if you paying attention and you one of those people that you're trying to get your watch hours, then YouTube don't count shorts. Learn that. So, but look at, isn't it beautiful? I made this one. My mother-in-law's birthday is coming up. So I thought I'd get a jump on it so that I can send her a handmade card. Now, I am going to sign this puppy, my artwork, down there very gingerly, because this is my artwork. This is a piece of art. So card makers, I don't care. Even Julia, you're new to the game. Anything you make, you are artists now. You are giving someone something that they can't go buy in the store. And that's the way it got explained to me, was just like, yeah, but nobody else can go to the store and buy that. And I was just like, oh, well, that makes sense, right? So that's how that works out. So, but I thought it was, and then the mother, I took a calendar that I have that I got, I'm quite sure I got it for Mother's Day. Somebody gave it to me. I don't remember one of my kids giving it to me, but I don't know. Or I think I got it from, because it's a Blue Mountain art collection, I want to say I got it from, what's that place I love to eat? Cracker Barrel. Cracker Barrel sells them, and I would always go in there and get, and this is 2012, right? And I just, look, it looks, I found this in the decluttering, but 2012. So, and I went through and I was just like, all of these are beautiful. So I basically went through and pulled out the sentiment. Oh, that's where that one came from. I got to cut the rest of it out and I'm going to put it in the card. And so there's my base. Now I have a question. Do you guys leave the inside blank? Do you get like a piece of white paper, or what kind of paper do you put on the inside? Or is it just personal choice how you want to do it? Hey Sarah, how are you? We're just hanging out over here, drinking coffee. So that was my question, because I was cranking them out. Like I said, I was cranking them out last night. And this morning, just trying to really fussy cutting last night. I was fussy cutting last night, but then this morning, like I said, when the grief grabbed me by my neck, I was just like, ugh. We're just going to go in here. We're just going to keep cutting. We're just keep doing it and keep doing it. But the good thing is I can say I haven't cried. Didn't cry because I refused. And I wasn't fighting not to cry. It was just that I didn't feel the need to cry, just which was probably why grief had me by the neck. So, okay, I'm going to flip through these puppies. And if you've seen my video already, just bear with me. Bear with me. But I really did like, and I hope she loves this card because I love it. I love it. I never leave the inside blank. I always carry something through to the inside. Okay. So, I have some paper. I don't know. Give me some, like what? This one is more of a note card. This paper right here this one feels okay, but the other ones didn't feel okay to leave like that. Like all these that I'm getting ready to show. So this is the stack. This is last night. These were like an hour or hour, maybe an hour, I don't know. But I just got on a roll. So this one right here, oh, that one didn't do last night. This was a multimedia card. But this one you can do two ways. You can set it up like this, or you can set it tent form, I guess that's what that's called, that way. Because of the way the flowers are, the way I've done the flowers. Yeah, I don't know. But all of these, again, I'm going to sign, like I'm going to put my initials somewhere down there, because if they ever pull the card apart, it does have my name. It does have Slapping Paint on Paper on the back of it. I will put on the back here, handmade by, and sign it on the inside of there as well. But more so the artwork, because if you take everything off of the artwork, it's my artwork. So wanted to definitely hone in on that. So that's that one. And then we go over to this one. And this is my favorite. Let me take that back. This is one of my favorite. Every time I get to my favorite, I will say, yes, Paula, I got on one. But this one, I feel like I did a thing with this one, y'all. Check out. Because I think it was Sala or Carmen that said when I was doing something and they told me to put down the mat. And I was just like, put down the mat? What do you mean? And then, when y'all walk me through it, it's like, okay, but this one, and they said kind of match the colors to go with what's in the center. Because mine is flowers. Hey, Dawn, I wasn't going to send you a message. I didn't want to interrupt you because you're on a roll. You are decluttering that space. Like, I just got finished praying for you earlier, and I was just like, I was looking around my studio, and I was like, Lord, give her the peace to declutter and move stuff around so that she can breathe freely everywhere she turns. Like, I meant that thing. I was like, God, you hear me? Because the more I look around my studio, and I've gotten rid of four bins, one, whatever that thing, plastic 3-drawer bin, and 2 boxes. I've gotten rid of a lot of stuff. And I was just breathing so well. But it needs this. This is my favorite. I'm gonna drink some coffee. This is my favorite. And then I got a printer that I declutter. I'm decluttering it. And Jen, I need to send Jen an email. She says she's interested because there's no need for me to have 3 printers. There's no need. So this one, and I was going to put like, I got in mind some paper that I wanted to put down for the base. And then I was going to make a note card that kind of go on top of it. So, but these I've just kind of generically made. They don't have any sentiments. I didn't feel the need to put any sentiments on it. Oh, you're on your fourth trash bag. Okay, so your trash bags, Dawn, are these trash bags that you're donating, or are you just like, no, it's done? You're not sending it to no one else's place. It's just done. So no sentiments except for this one. Because fall, I was just like, oh, autumn is coming. It's that time. And here in Alabama, we get all of the colors. It's beautiful here. Beautiful. I have been following your part. Yeah. Oh, going to the dump. Oh, Dawn, I'm proud. I am so proud. Because, you know, sometimes we clean our place and we be like, we pass it on. Hey, here's this. Some of the stuff I just like, nope, nobody else needs to have. It's just, it needs to go. It just needs to go. Especially stuff that I call myself up-purposing. Is that what we call it? Repurposing is, but upcycling. This was my first slimline. This was the one when Solo was talking about a slimline card, and I was just like, okay. But the problem was I put it on the base, but the problem, no, I put it on the mat, and the problem was I didn't have paper to make a base. So that's what, when I went to Michael's yesterday, I got 12 by 12 paper so that I could make a base. And I love this one too. And look how my flowers just kind of pop off of here. So I'll have an assembly line of signing them. So like I say, if somebody wants them now, this is my next, because I did on the video. If anybody wanted to take these home and, you know, wanted these, they need to let me know. We can chat over it depending on size or whatever. I didn't know how to price them. I did not, but it took me forever to be able to price my art, because these are originals. These have artwork on them. So I'm a little stuck. Y'all give me some ideas if you got any. Look at this little note. It's just so cute. So all of the art that you guys have seen me create, paint, I've now combined the two. That's why it was meant for Dawn to see me in Tracy and Bill's live, so that I can combine and see how lovely. Because I would take my mixed media, but I didn't want to mess up I didn't want to mess them up. Like mixed media, I was making stuff like grungy and all the things, but now all I have to do is just pop them on there. This one is fun. The colors are fun. Just old stuff filling my space. Going, gone. I love it, Dawn. I'm so happy for you. And the base, I love the fact that the bases are strong. So now that I got these, maybe I might get into doing some, you know, some of them fancy cards. Not yet. Let me keep hanging out over here and getting this base and this mats. Yes. You're on your way better than Hallmark. Oh, thank you. Well, if you go to Hallmark, go buy a Hallmark, they are sometimes $12. Well, hey, listen, we can put it out there. I guess so, maybe. Yeah, I guess so. Because they're, what are these? These aren't 5 by 7. These are 4.5 by, what's these print size? Oh, Lord, my ruler is somewhere under this mess. It's a fun mess, but, oh, there it is. So this one, the whole card is, yeah, 5.5 by 7.5. So 5.5 by 7.5 is the whole card, but the artwork is, that print is 4 by 6. That's what I thought, 4 by 6. Hopefully now that I have my new trimmer over there, my new cutter, my when I say 4 by, what is it, 4 by 6? Oh wait, that's right, 4 by 6. Isn't that was right? A2 4.25 by 5.5. A2 is easier when it comes to cutting the base. Okay, is that what we said? So 5.5 by, yeah, so it's not an A2. It's Karen's version of it's definitely frameable, definitely. And then this one, I had these cute little cards that I got over, oh my God, over 30 years ago. That's like right here. And I was just like, instead of getting, again, decluttering, pulling stuff out, I was like, oh, I can use these. And it jumped out and it's like, hey, put me on a card. So it's James 1 and 5. If any of you lack wisdom, let him ask of God that giveth to all men liberally. And again, artwork. I just did this one. Like, we just did this one recently. Cut that up. Yes, definitely gonna sign them. All of them will get signed. This is the one I messed up when I was looking at your video, Dawn. I had put Nouveau drops around it. I thought that was like, let me see how that'll look. And then it was on the thing, and I had the phone in my hand, and I'm looking at the phone, and I went to pick it up because I was trying to move it and slid my hand over in all of it. So I was like, well, pivot. We just gonna slip it around. I just moved it around so it's a nice shiny part. Put a butterfly and just slap some stuff down. I'll need to put it on a base though, so let me leave that one out. Simple yet elegant. Yep. There's no mistakes. We just find a way to make it work for us. Again, this one. So, and this one I love. I call myself trying to put a little thing across there to make it a little bit bolder, you know. I've been watching you card makers. I'm having fun. I'm learning. I'm stepping out in the deep. And is. Now this one. Let's put them together. This one's made out of fodder. I know Di don't like the word fodder, but I cut it out and stuck it on there. This is one of the first ones. I was trying to be a little fancy. Pulled out my little cutter. Used that one. So I thought that one was cute, but it's all right. I'm not crazy about it. But this one, these last ones right here. Oh, and y'all notice they're slim lines. Sala would be pleased. They're slim lines. The only thing I don't like with this one is I didn't put it on a base. I think certain colors, I just like for it not to be the white to kind of pop out from the color. And now I get it why they were saying put it on a base, because when I look at the red, where's that other one? This one. Kind of, these are the two I kind of compared. This green kind of takes that and holds on to that white, whereas this one would have done the same. So I was just like, okay, you learn. This was one of the first ones, earlier ones. By the time I got over here, oh, I had it. But the Slim Lines cards, they are so pretty. Look at them. Look at them. Y'all know we did these two together when I was doing that brush. This was all brush work. So I was just like, oh, aren't they yummy together? I was just like, oh. So, again, this is why I popped on here and decided to come on, because I wanted to share my joy. I wanted to share what I was doing, and I wanted to encourage someone. Maybe on Team Replay, maybe scrolling through the live. If joy is slapping the hell out of you, or if something has pissed you off, or if what's going on in the world is kind of like, oh my God, what am I going to do? Don't worry about it. Go find a quiet space. Do something that brings you joy. These right here, and see this one, I don't understand, but this one's all slimline. Probably because this one is slimmer than this one. So I was thinking about going back, cutting this one a little bit closer to the cusp, and maybe it would be a little bit, because these, that's why I think I love these, is because they're not so wide sitting on the card, you know. I'm sure glad you did. You needed a joyful break. Oh, listen. That's why I was just like, I know Dawn is probably not going to even get it, because she's doing all her work, which I'm happy and grateful for, but it's worked out. So that was that. That's where, and I think I showed all of these. I had already done these. But y'all can see, remember I was talking about that daggum trimmer, this trimmer right here? I can see the raggediness of the card, but that's why I put the Nouveau drops around, was trying to put it around the other one. I was trying to hide that, because now I see. I probably wouldn't have paid no attention if Bitty Penny wouldn't have brought it to my attention, but now I see. So all of these, this one is fun, are on bases, and they're just ready to, what do y'all do with all these cards after y'all make them? But like those pinks, yeah, these pinks, these are the ones I did the other day. Like this was me showing Maddie. Oh, you know what? We're gonna leave that right there for a minute, because this is what I've learned about the gouache. So I'm gonna pivot a little bit, because what I'm gonna do And y'all know what I told y'all. When y'all see a basket, what are y'all supposed to say? Let's see. Let's see. Do anybody know? Oh, there's the paper. It's right there in my face. These are Peaceful Christmas. She had this, and I pulled out. Can I take it? Where's that? It's in the back. This one is where I did this one. I rounded the corners and just sat it up and put it on there. Now that would be a pretty big dadgum card. But I'm going to make a base for it because I got some 12 by 12 paper, so I can make a base for it. Yep. So I'm ready to make some Christmas cards because that's Christmas has been, I'm not going to say shoved down my throat, but I am going to actively do Christmas this year. Like actively, not do it just because I want to get through it or whatever, but I'm trying to gain my joy back for Christmas like it had been in the past. No, actually, Dawn, so everybody, when you see a basket, whenever I bring out a basket and I be like, whatever you say, when you see a basket, I want you to say, thank you, Dawn, because I've gotten all these baskets that have served, they are serving well. I still don't have too many, but I have not went to Hobby Lobby or Michael's and bought their baskets. I've only gone to the thrift store and bought baskets that are sturdy and strong, that look like they've been here for 30, 40. That one right there looks like and feels like it's been here for about 50 years. And that way it makes them a little bit more funner instead of going to get, the ones from Michael's that kind of, when I drop them, they break. Like that one right there I just showed you, I dropped it twice and it's still like, girl, can you stop dropping me? So every time I see a basket, you be like, thank you, Dawn. So in the chat, everybody be like, thank you, Dawn. This one, I wanted to use this one, but I didn't have a watercolor this size. So I'm going to cut, and then this one. I'm going to cut this, and I'm going to use both of these, which means that my print would need to be, I had that ruler. So this paper, would need to be, let's say 3. So I'll do it 3 so it can fit right in the middle. So I'll need to cut off, and I think I already have some papers cut off. That's 3. 3, when I say 3, I mean this would need to be 3 so it could fit in. Right now, it's the same size as that. And so it wouldn't work. And I didn't want to cut off any of that one. I couldn't find one that I could cut off that would go. No. So we're interviewing all of my watercolor pieces. Nope. Oh, but that would be good if I could cut it down. And nope. Not cutting. We're just going to cut some paper and paint something new. So, yeah. So yesterday, that was my thing yesterday. I did the gouache class. It wasn't a class. It was more of a, I don't know what you call it. I know what they call it. I can't remember though. But we were learning about gouache. So the traditional gouache and acrylic gouache. So I think, who said it? Ivy Pearl said it. When you think of acrylic gouache, it reminds her of acrylic paint. Now, the acrylic gouache can't be reworked once it's dry. That's the problem for me. I don't want that. And if you put too much of it on there, it will literally crack. I missed it. We went to see our son. Hey Norma, what you miss? How's your son doing? What is your son's name? So I can not say how's your son doing, so I can call him by name. So Norma, how is he doing? And you didn't miss it. I'm still here. Nope, you didn't miss it. I am still here. Don't have a time limit today. It's like whoever scrolls through, come through. It's just, I'm just over here working working through my grief live and on camera and really, really not worrying about how this turns out as I show people how to create joy and how to literally work through it. And drinking my good coffee. Preston. Oh, I can remember Preston. I have a cousin named Preston. And my what is it? My great Sarah, what is it? Our my grandmother's father's father was named Preston. I can remember Preston. I remember that. So how is Preston doing? So Norma, we got cards for days. Okay, we're gonna pause right here, but this is my favorite card, y'all. I just want y'all to know I'm so proud. Like, I am proud of me for this card and this card. These are two. They're just fun, and I'm just having fun over here. So I'm happy. I don't want to make it complicated. And I think that's where I jumped off of the bandwagon of card making, because Gina K, she didn't make it complicated. I made it complicated because I was trying to do it the way she did it. And I'm happy to say I pulled out a whole lot of the things that I've had. But I'm loving just taking my own artwork. And remember, that's one of my seven tips of creating joy. And number 6 is embrace your uniqueness. And I think I done found my jam. It's taking my artwork and making cards out of them. I think just have given me so much joy. Okay, so now we're gonna talk about these puppies here. And look at these. Oh, I can see y'all putting sentiments on these things. Like, I can see y'all doing this. Preston has been sick, doing better. I love the fall and mother cards. Thank you. Okay, well, I'll be praying for Preston that he gets better. We don't want him to be sick. Hate when the kiddos get sick. This is gouache. Hence, that's gouache. Why? Because I did if you were on the live, I think on Wednesday, when Maddie asked the question about opacity. No, transparency, I think it was. This one is watercolor. I left it the way it was because I said I would probably put a sentiment over that and you wouldn't see that or that, but I left it where it was. So the traditional gouache is opaque watercolor. The thing about it, the key to it is it's re-wettable. If you want to dabble in gouache, you want to make sure, let me put it this way. If you are a watercolorist and you want to add gouache to your repertoire, to your portfolio, you want to make sure it's re-wettable. And the way that I learned to learn how that is it needs to say artist gouache. I feel like I got these in a pan somewhere, but we're gonna play with that pretty palette I got back there. Artist gouache. I think I always make my cards complicated, but that's me. I find joy in doing that. Hey, but you know what, Paula Kate? I love that, but you know how to get out of that if you get stuck. You know how to do it, though. I was getting stuck in the pretty. Like, y'all know Gina K cards and Paula K. I would get stuck. Like, Paula, you would literally have to walk me down how to do some of the things that y'all do on these cards. And I just like, oh my goodness, like, even Norma, even your prompt book, I'm just like, I just don't have them thoughts. Like, I just don't. And when I see y'all do it, now after I see y'all do it, then it's like, oh, that's a thought. Let me try that. But then it's still, I'll go and put my own spin on it because I'll be trying to do it, kind of the way you do it. And I think that now putting my artwork on and making it into a card has taken away some of the complications, because now, let's take this card. So now, and where is the card? What did I do with it? Oh, Lord. See, I got them all on the desk. That was this one. This was my idea of trying to go down the rabbit hole of creating one of them cards like I done seen y'all do. I was just like, you know what? Let me see what I can do. So I cut, printed out some stuff and did some fussy cutting. And then, had to take the distress ink and eat around the edges a little bit, because Bitty Penny says so. And it does look better. I like it, love it. It blended in great. And I fell in love with the card. And I always overthink what I'm making. Okay, so Norma, if you'd have saw how many times I did this card, and then I dropped it. And when I tell you when I dropped it, the fall fell into place. This fell into place. And the pumpkin kind of was a little bit more over here. And I was just like, okay, God, thank you. I got it. And because I was like, I didn't want to cover up my artwork. And it was just like, why are you overthinking it? And then I was just like this here, and it was sitting up there, and I was just moving it around just like, and things shifted on their own. So that made me happy because it was like fall. Yeah. And then I got autumn. Like I got all of the things on I think I used autumn somewhere. Oh, no. They're in my little, see, I cut out all of my embellishments. I was ready. So I was going to take this and put on there because I only really had one or two that was orange to go in the fall or autumn kind of thing. So, but that worked out. So, because I'm ready. Y'all know autumn and fall is my favorite. And then we got some more. So this is what I get them from My Porch Print. Hey, Pam. How are you? So those, and there's the autumn. I printed it out twice so I can have autumn, fall, pumpkin, and grateful. And then I could put them on maybe, see, they didn't kind of go with the purple ones or stuff like that. So the orange one was the only one that it just kind of made sense for the ones that I had in front of me. So that meant I was going to make more orange and use the other ones for something else. So that was fun. That was really fun. And then I pulled out, so here's the other thing. This is the other thing. So as I was doing the gouache, we was talking about gouache. Let's move the cards over here. We'll pull the cards back out for another debut. But I'm going to put them back in the basket. But look, I feel like I felt like an assembly line. So Pam, this morning while Michael was having me just about to wet myself with all of his bleep, 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 and sorry, bleep, 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 I just was oh my God, I just needed all the laughs this morning. All of them. I was scared I was going to start laughing, crying, and then start crying, and it's just like, not going to do it. We're not going to do it. Okay, so card makers, this is the next thing I want. I want to be able to put ribbons on my cards and things. Like the one that Bitty Penny gave me. It's up on the thing right there. I don't want to pull it down because it's up there. But, do you wrap the card or do you wrap this is what I'm thinking. You wrap the card around the base and then put it on there. The way she did that one was a little different because of the way she did stuff. So, okay, so let's talk about this gouache. So the opaque, if you want rewettable, you want artist gouache in whoever. Depends on what brand you get. So for Utrecht, Winsor & Newton has designers. It's called designers, which is fancy for it's the good, rewettable. You can have fun with it, right? And Holbein is called artist gouache, or it's called artist acrylic gouache. All that means is it's rewettable. But if you use just the one, it just says acrylic gouache, then that's a matte acrylic, permanent, waterproof, can't be reworked once dried. But it's waterproof. So you can build on top of that one, right? So that's another thing. So that was the thing as they were showing us in the class yesterday. That made it a little bit better. I don't think Casey thought it was funny. I don't think so either. I kind of gathered that, Pam. I did. Especially after it kept going. But, this is just like, It was what it was, and he is who he is, and you love him for who he is. And sometimes people like that speak my heart, because he was saying everything that I just couldn't. I have a hard time saying that word. That word, and then you put the mother in front of it. I really have a hard time saying that word. Some people do it very well, but me, I just have a hard time saying it. Okay, my coffee's getting a little cool. I don't like iced coffee. And the other thing, so if you love watercolors, the forgiving, y'all know what I say about watercolors. It's just like Jesus is very forgiving. It's reworkable, and it sticks. So if you want, well, let's put it this way. If you want to have fun, then use the artist gouache. And yesterday I did more looking. I didn't do anything, so I didn't pull out things. So that's why I was sitting up here. I was like, well, I'm going to do all the things today, because today's the day that I need to encourage myself to feel fun, so that I can find my joy. And that's what I've been doing. And I just decided to pop on live. I told Pam earlier I was going to go live. For one, working on my watch hours, and two, hanging out with you guys does make me not forget that I'm grieving. It just makes me know that I can talk about it, because remember I told you earlier when we first started the live that I felt like grief was trying to choke the life out of me, like it was trying to take my voice. And therefore, when it takes my voice, then I can't talk about it. And I refuse, because I cannot, go get in the bed and crawl up under the blanket and, just cut the air conditioner on 65 so I can stay there, because I can't stay under that blanket hot. But you know what I'm saying? So I refuse. I'm going to fight tooth and nail. And that's just how it is for me. So, and then the other thing I learned that the binder for gouache, if it's a artist grade, artist gouache, or if it's acrylic, the binder is different. So all of this, the behavior, it's gonna change, which is how you get these layers. Now you can really see these layers. Hey, Julie, how are you? I have a lot of trouble with that word too. Norma, you know what word we're talking about? I have a hard time with that word too. Okay, so Paula, y'all know what word I'm talking about? Oh my goodness. Oh. Yeah, I grew up with that word being used so much. I thought it was my first name for a while. And then I realized you just don't have another word to put there. You just don't have better diction or something. I just don't understand why everybody has to be a Emma, I just didn't get it. But as I got older, I refuse. I would use the S and the D's and, the little, I call them little words, but them big words. But sometimes you need the big words, because sometimes that's what people understand. Take it out, cry it out, and mostly important, let Jesus love you more. Yep, I do. Me and Jesus had a conversation this morning. And I said, well, you done woke me up yet again. Here we are 18 years later. I have proof that God will. Yeah. Oh, that's right, Paula, you was on the live. That's right. Yes. Yes, you was there this morning. Yes. Oh, boy, but I was over here laughing my heart. I think I was laughing more at Casey. Because I was just like, oh, that's just, that's just who Michael is. And it was fine. It wasn't offensive. But I know some people get offended by, I do. But I have 18 years, and this is how I put it. I have 18 years in the game. And the one thing that I tell people is nobody can tell me nothing about how good God is. Like, you get the people, there's some people that, when they go through hard times, they give up on God. I've stood by 2 caskets of my children and one of my granddaughter. And with my daughter and my granddaughter, 18 years ago, it was 2 caskets at one time. To be able to still sit here and talk about it and then encourage people to still have joy, that's all I want. I use this platform to just show you, not so much as oh, I wrote the book and I can talk about it and I could just leave it alone. I could hang out here. God knows I can hang out here on the ranch and not people at all. But I know that somebody needs to hear that, Julia. You know what I'm saying? So always encouraging people to, know what's important and that Jesus does love you more. That does help. And you saying it does, touch me in my heart because even me, I still need to be encouraged. And on today, like today, that's why I popped on here so that I can be encouraged and people could speak into my heart as I create and talk about all the things and show y'all all the pretty stuff. And that's what we do. Oh, look, is this small enough? But I'm gonna be scrolling with these cards. You hear me? Because I'm just happy, that I have taken my cards and I'm just happy. That's all I can say. I'm gonna find some words. I'm gonna get some words. See, this is where I don't curse. This is where I pause and be like, I don't know, just because I'm gonna find some words to feel. I'm not gonna go down that rabbit hole right there. Oh, here's some more. These are some numbers. Casey sounded a little. Yeah, Casey did sound a little frustrated, a little flustered. He did sound a little flustered. That's why I was like, hey, so let's talk about that. But no, that's why I left it alone and tried to change the conversation to talk about something else. But hey, you know what you got when you got what you got, and that's just that. I've lost something. I had another thing that was. Oh, look at this. This is something else I did too. So I was thinking about putting this on top of that card. And then I was like, but then that cover up my flower. So I was doing what Norma says she does. She overthink. I was overthinking things. Oh, there it is. There they are. So this is what I was looking at doing. I'll have to cut this down a little bit more because I want this to be a little clearer. I had a good cry yesterday thinking that the enormous love she showed me I will probably not experience from anyone this side of heaven. Oh, I can relate to that. Yeah, I figure where's your mom. Um, yeah, yeah. So I feel you on that. So, and see, that's why now, Julia, how long has it been since your mom passed? This is why I say I have a resume that will blow some people's mind. And I try to show up with joy so that I don't show up as the grim reaper with the sadness. I like to show up full of joy so that people will know that I'm what joy looks like. I'm what God says that, the greatest of these is love. All the things that, we got and all the things he got in the Bible and all the things, but the greatest is love, right? So all the things he was still telling us, all the things that you're going to go through, I'm still going to love you. You know what I'm saying? Oh, 2021. Okay. So that lets us know when we can still talk about how we feel. That doesn't take away the fact that we don't still hurt and we don't still cry. Like 18 years ago today. And the more I say that, the freer I get. Like my throat is like opening up. It's just letting the enemy know, oh, I still can't get her and can't. Because I believe that, this is me. I believe that the Lord and the devil had a conversation. And, I'm not Job, but, something like that. And God didn't let me hear, he didn't let me eavesdrop on that conversation, right? So, and he told the devil, yeah, you can touch her. I promise you she won't stop serving me. I promise you she won't stop talking about me. I promise you she still's going to do all the things. Just don't touch her. Don't touch nothing that belongs to her. No, kid, don't do it. She's still going to be there. And so then when my daughter and granddaughter, when I got the news that afternoon, when all the floodgates broke open, I paused because I was getting ready. And there's a lady that was standing there and she just like, here, read this. And she was giving me a Bible. She read this. I was like, read that. And then she kept saying, read this. She kept interrupting because she knew that something was going to come out of my mouth that didn't need to come out. Now on the backside, looking 18 years later, looking back, it was. I was mad at God. I was mad. But the thing that, and I do believe in angels, because this young lady, when I went back to the leasing office to ask to tell her thank you, the lady was like, don't nobody work here like that. Don't nobody work here. Me, I'm the only female that work here, and the other guys are, as males. And I just like, oh, Lord, thank you. So I said all that to say, sometimes in your life when you're going through some things, you're growing through them. You ain't going through them. You're just growing. God just wants you to kind of get back on the narrow. You out here flip-flopping in the world, doing everything, kicking up your heels, doing all the things, which is all fun. But sometimes God has a call on your life. He needs you to talk to that person. And he needs you to get back to where he needs you to be so that you can say, when the other person be like, oh, I don't believe in God, I don't this and I don't that, and you can be like, okay, because we don't argue with people that say they don't believe. It's like Christianity, religion, and politics is two things I don't argue about. Because I know, like again, 18 years, I have proof. 18 years from their death, 6 years, it'll be 6 years in October of this year since my son's murder. I have proof that God will keep me. But isn't that cute? Like right there, the way I did that. So that's what I was thinking about for that. And kind of, kind of mixed media and, there's kind of some things that dropped in my, was dropping. Things were just dropping and coming down and, that's what it was. So that will make a lovely tag. This one will make a lovely tag. Ooh, okay. Oh, it would. Okay. And then I could probably put it in like a journal or something. Oh, I probably can do that with this one. And maybe that's the one you're talking about. So yeah, Julie. I have a Julia and a Julie in here. But 18 years is my way of saying, like, some people have 20 years on the job and then they retire. You don't retire from grief. Grief is with you every single day. And the one thing I've learned from my grief is it's made me stronger. And I'm going to talk about walking it out. I talk about finding the moments, that I do have to rest, because even some days I can't talk myself through it, and I'll just get, that's why I was saying normally today I would have been on the tractor. If it wasn't Sunday, I would have been on the tractor and I would have been mowing and crying and, just giving that cleanse. Some days I can, but some days I was like, God, I don't feel like crying today. Like I got stuff to do. And he'd be like, okay, fine. But grief it never disappears. It's always there. Remember when I said earlier, grief will kick in your door. Grief will disrupt your whole life, right? But you can still find joy in grief. And that's why I'm here. That's why I come on here and share like I do. And be very transparent, is because I want people, oh, that's pretty. Like that too. Is to let people see. I'm not just talking about it. I am literally walking this thing out. I literally have a creative healing. Like slapping paint on paper was birthed through my grief. They both could make lovely tag. Okay, cool. Okay, got it. So that worked the way that I was talking about. So we're gonna put them right there. We're gonna move this, and we're gonna get to slapping some paint on some paper. Oh, if it's gonna rain. Oh Lord, is it gonna rain? Oh, y'all. Listen, I don't have that cute little be right back like the other ones got, but hold on, I got to get something from outside. Imagine that saying be right back. Yes, I had Willow's bed outside, so I couldn't let that get, we had to wash it out. So look, it had dried, so I didn't want it to get all wet again. I just looked, I could hear the water. Okay, there we go. I'm going to have to do me a be. I usually don't go nowhere when I'm on the live, but to be right back. That'll be cute because everybody has their be right back. So we'll get a be right back. Okay, so let's pull out. Let's open this up. See what we got. Let's see what we got. There we go. Designer gouache. So this is Winsor & Newton. I really can't wait. I really want Holbein. And the other thing, Winsor & Newton designer is not student grade. Hey, Anna Moret. How are you? Yes, from Norway. What time is it in Norway? Is it morning time now? Because I know it's morning in Australia for Di. Okay, so yeah, here's all the... Well, let me get my glasses. I'm not even finna act like I can see. All right, do I have everything plugged up? Yes, I do. Okay. Welcome to Slap and Paint on Paper Studio. Where over here we talk about, today is a different day. Usually I'm on Monday and Wednesday at 3 p.m. Central Standard Time, but today it's a special. Today marks 18 years since the loss of my daughter and granddaughter. So, grief never disappears, but I've learned that joy is still possible. So even through the years, down through the years and the tears and all the things. 7:29 Monday here. And oh, Julie, you're in Australia too? I didn't know you were in Australia. Oh, so it's 11:30 p.m. So Anna, is that 11:30 p.m. Sunday night? Norway. Yeah, that's Sunday night going into... I'm on my way home on a scooter. You're on your way home on a scooter. And you're on YouTube? Wow. Now Sydney is on one of my wish lists. Excuse me. Sunday. Okay. Yes, so we're gonna do some, we're gonna learn some, let me put it this way. Over here, Karen is going down a new lane. She's getting ready to marry watercolor and gouache here in the studio. So you're gonna possibly be hearing me talk about a lot of new things. Paula K, I am happy. I can't wait till we all meet up in Italy at my villa. I'm speaking that thing into existence. It's very expensive to live here. When you say expensive, well, with Sydney, because when people think of Sydney, even the kiddos think of Sydney. They think of Australia. They think of Sydney because of what's that cartoon, Finding Nemo, Wallaby Way. Was that a real place? These are going to be fun. I'm finna have fun. We're going to do, I feel like I'm going to have too much fun too. You know what, Julie? That's why I moved back to Alabama. I'm not going to say it's not expensive to live here, but it's not expensive to live here. And I've toned down, let me put it this way. I've toned down my lifestyle. That's what I've done. Okay, series 1, okay, yeah. All right, let's move the cards a little bit over out the way because we don't want no paint on nothing. Thanks to Dawn, we have a basket to put everything in. So when we're ready to get it again, it's right here. I didn't think it was supposed to rain today. So has everybody had a good Sunday thus far? Or Monday morning? since I have to remember that. I feel like I'm going to have to make a cheat sheet. Okay, let's move the cutter from over here, put the scissors over here. Now, everything I create today, I am going to turn into a card. I do know that. Usually I don't have an end in mind, but I do today. I do today. You know, I'm surprised I didn't look it up. Oh, and isn't this cute? So this is repurpose. What do we call it? Repurpose, up-purpose, whatever, upcycle. Dawn, I know you've been busy. I am happy for you're busy. I am so happy for you. Dawn, how do you feel now that you're able to, like, can you put words to how you're feeling? But this was something, again, I've been decluttering and going through drawers and finding stuff. And this paper that I'd already done, I put around, this was the box from my family reunion. This was the last of the boxes from the family reunion, the Chick-fil-A boxes. So this is going to be I'm going to make it into a little book. And I put it on here, Oh, for a Closer Walk with God. And I don't know what this one, you want to pass it on. Let's see, what could this one be? I couldn't figure it out. This is how it is with God's love. So it's just, pass it on. That's what it was, pass it on. And then you had Let There Be Light. So yeah. There is a Wallaby Way Street in Sydney. Oh, wow. Yeah, Sarah, you went live. You didn't tell me. You were supposed to text me. My phone has been on, so notifications have not been able to get through because my phone had been on personal. And usually when I get in my, not in my moods or mode, usually when I get in my creative space, sometimes I just don't want to be interrupted unless it's something I will break for YouTube. That's a little different. But I wish you'd have text me and let me know. I get some on my laptop. I get all the notifications on my laptop. But they don't come on my phone. And I know that's one of those new features that they got. So, and I forgot, y'all. I got something else to share tomorrow. I'm going to save it for tomorrow. We're going to add some masking fluid. I might do it today. We'll see. But masking fluid is coming out. Had to adult today because I had a cold. Ooh. But it was a productive day, and now I'm in the studio. Yay, win-win. Your phone was on D&D, and I knew what the day was. No, it's on Do Not Disturb now because I'm on live. It wasn't on Do Not Disturb. I've been on live now. Yeah, that's when I cut it on Do Not Disturb. But it was on, it's on something personal. It automatically goes on personal. But, yeah, because I've been on the tube. Because I was on with Pam, Casey, and Michael this morning. Masking fluid is great stuff, but stinks. I ain't gonna smell it. But this one is Winsor & Newton, and it said that it's not supposed to have a smell. But I promise you, I will not smell it. Removable, yeah. So I'm in Emma LaFave's Patreon, and she had used different ones, and I was like, that's different. So let me try it. And I kind of like it. Had a phone call. Hope everything's okay, normal. Dawn, you're sore. Well, I expect you to be sore because you've been lifting and pulling and tugging. But how do you feel? Like, for me, I feel like I can breathe. Like when I look in certain corners, being that there's not a whole pile of stuff and I don't have to wonder what it is. Like now I can look over there and say, that has books in it. That's why I sent you the thing and asked you about, let me ask the community. Can we make, because this is a question I sent Dawn this thing. Can we make, what am I trying to say? Using magazines. Can we make paper recycling magazines? Because I've never made my own paper, and that's one of the things that I wanted to do. And I had sent Dawn this thing where this lady had took this book, and I was like, whoa, that looks like fun. I never noticed move smelling. Huh? I never noticed. You never notice if the masking tape, the masking fluid stinks or smelling? Is that what we're trying to say? Let's get some water. We need a lot of water in our jar, but not in our brush. And I'm going to use, they said I have Art Spectrum masking fluid and it smells, but not as bad as the one I'm curious. Ooh. I think this one at Hobby Lobby was old too, and they do tell you don't shake it, but look at that. No smell here, but just look at that. And on the shelf up under it, it was yellow, but it tells you on the bottle, what is this? Remove as soon as dried. I thought I saw somewhere it says do not shake it. Maybe it wasn't this one. Removable. Okay, well maybe it wasn't that. But look at that. That's been there for a while. Okay. I want to tell you guys, I'm happy that you're hanging out with me. It's definitely doing my heart good. I can say 18 years. I'm not going to say, I can speak for the last 17 years. Usually after I've made it through the day, some of the days, because sometimes I forget it. And you know, that's when I was busy and, oh Lord, what in the world? Oh, it's dried. No smell, Julie. No smell. Yours says, yeah, I've never had it, so that's new. So, well, let me close it back up and shake it. But no smell so far. Oh, I forgot to send you the link to the paper making I did. Oh, yeah. So, okay. Not mine, not move the mouse. Okay. Let's see. Do you have a screwer to stir it up? Oh, yeah, I'm shaking it up. Shake. It's raining and the sun is out, y'all. That looks a little better. I know they said don't shake it because the bubbles. I remember that's what it was. Somebody had said that, but they probably hadn't sat on Hobby Lobby's shelf for years either. So I'm not going to use it right now because I see what they were talking about with the bubbles, but at least I needed to put, y'all saw that, we needed to put that back together. And yeah, it's full of bubbles, but no worries, no worries. And if I was going to, the way I'm going to use it, yeah, that looked a whole lot better, didn't it? But no smell, so there's no smell to it, Julie. This one doesn't smell, thank God. Because I don't like stink stuff. I will not use it if it stinks. If it has an odor, I don't like smelling stuff. Okay, so let's go over here. And I'm calling this section, this part right here, gouache for beginners. Why? Because I only just learned a little bit. Like I've dabbled in gouache, but I haven't really, really gone into it. Like I can talk up on watercolor all day long. I've learned, went down the rabbit holes of certain things, but gouache is now, I wanted it to see how versatile it is, right? And what makes the artist grade different is when you pick up artist grade gouache, you're holding pure pigment, right? So these are, right, it's not like the designer for Winsor Newton and this U-Trek, they are not student grade, which sometimes people were talking about the chalk and the fillers. There's none mixed in. No chalky, no filler mixed in. The artist grade is loaded, just straight pigment. And that's what the guy was saying about the Holbein when he showed that yesterday. And I was just like, oh, that's going to be fun. So the artist grade, think about that. Artist grade is loaded with pigment. That's why when you lay it down, the strokes, the colors, they're going to be so vibrant. Let's just get to it. Oh, good. I found my gouache tubes while cleaning my cart. Oh, nice. Nice. Surely the brush won't keep the bubbles on it. Yeah, I'm going to let it sit. So if I do use it today, let's turn it upside down. Just let it kind of lay it on its side. Just kind of let it do its thing. My gouache was so old, it was solid in the tubes. Now, oh, could you not have squoze it out? Because some people asked about that in the comments. Like, it was a lot that I learned yesterday about gouache. I don't think I went down the rabbit hole for watercolor as much as I did for gouache. And I thought gouache was I'm late for a very important date. Oh, Di, my heart just needs to see you. Oh, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We're just hanging out here. But what was I saying? I got distracted. Oh, so that was the other thing they were saying. Like, if you have gouache, depending on what kind, right? If it's what did I say? The artist gouache, it's rewettable, so you can wake it up. You can wake that gouache up. But the acrylic one, no bueno. It just is pretty much it's done, because it's like it has the fillers and whatever they make it with. That's what it is. So when you have the gouache, just like watercolor, you need to know what kind you have so that you can know how it's going to behave. It's kind of like how you have your husband, your boyfriend, or whatever. You need to know a little bit something about them so you can know, what ticks them off or whatever. So you need to know, how it's going to perform or whatever. That's the way I looked at it yesterday. But the reason why I want the Holbein one is because the Holbein guy did the demonstration. Hi, Barb. Was resting after the gym and chaotic run to Costco. Oh, I went to Costco yesterday, girl. Had fun in Costco. Gave Costco a lot of money, too. As we do when we go in there. I had to make myself feel better, but I went into Michael's and got me some. But gouache, in the sense of, it's let me see. So the guy from Holbein, he did his illustration. Let me clean this as I talk. He did his illustration. So this is why I really, really, really want to use Holbein. But we're gonna do the same thing. We're gonna take the same thing because I got the designer. Barb, you just did it with them dear prompts, girl. You made me not even want to post. You, Norma, like y'all, Dawn, y'all made me not even want to post my dear prompts. Because y'all is showing out with them dear prompts. I am just so, so, so happy. And can y'all tell me where to get that mister, that fine mister? The one that just doesn't, it doesn't spray. It's like a mister. Is it a Tim Holtz product? Like, tell me where I can get it. Because the guy was saying use that to for the gouache on your paint, like spray your paint. All right, she clean. We want her to not feel like we got to compete. We want gouache, so we're gonna do this. This one is primary red, and we're not gonna worry about what's in here. I'm gonna leave this. This is gonna be my gouache palette. Because y'all remember, this sucker was on, it wasn't on sale, but I don't know if they repriced it at Hobby Lobby. But I liked it, and it had to come home with me. These are the primary blues, the primary colors. And You can get them on Amazon. They are an oil mister sprayer. Okay, okay. Excuse me. Because if I spray this one, y'all know how the Tim Holtz one is. It sprays, and I don't want to spray it. He's like, you don't want to spray it. You just want to mist it to kind of wake up. Like, you can fix gouache better than you can fix watercolor, is what they were showing and saying. But you build up on the gouache. Okay, so remember the guy that I was telling you about, that he did, and we're going to put white on there. He was doing his thing, and everybody, because it was a gouache thing, what is it? What is it called? Conference, whatever. Everybody was like, you're using watercolor? So we had to get it clear. He's like, yes, this is watercolor. This is watercolor. And so everybody was like, well, why aren't you using gouache? And we're here to learn about gouache or whatever. He's like, it's not time for the gouache to show up. I say, wait a minute. You're using watercolor? So he was just like, yes, the versatility is fun. Just give it a minute. Just hold on. I'm going to bring it all together. I sat there. I was just like, you'd have thought I was learning how to win the lottery or something, because I was very, very like hands on the counter, looking at my laptop, hands on my desk, looking at that laptop, and I was like, whoa. Now the other thing is, we're not going to use watercolor paper. Hold on, I gotta find that other paper. Because he said, don't worry about it. Use the other paper. I was like, wait, why? Because with watercolor, we use a lot of water, right? But with gouache, because you're building and it's drying, it's doing in layers, because you're doing layering, you're not gonna have to worry about it. Oh, all my girls. Oh, I might not have no more paper in here. Ooh, and don't. Oh, well, I might have to use some watercolor, because that's all I got around this joint is watercolor. I'll try to use some light paper. Because everything that he said I wanted to do once I did it. And y'all, this is the first time I've been doing it. I did it. So, is that wide enough? That's wide enough. And you got to see this, because this is the show over here too. So I need to make sure you can see this here too. I have a YouTube, but I haven't been on there for videos or lives in 2 years. I mostly use, Barbara's Instagram. I go to Instagram for y'all. I really don't use Instagram. I really don't. Excuse me. Okay, so we have over here Winsor and Newton. I got Utrecht in a palette somewhere, but I can't remember right now. Oh, they should be in here. But we're gonna go with this right here. Crafty, does your have a bag in it? I used a spray bottle that was supposed to be for oil in the kitchen, and it sprayed. You know what? Spellbinder's Mighty Mr. Spray Bottle. You know what? Since you just said that, I do have one. That might work. That might work. Okay. We're going to... Oh, no. What brush is this? Yeah, this one will work. Yeah, this one will work. Okay, and the other thing is... See, this guy, I put a lot of water on that brush. So you're going to take that water off. And I was just like, we're taking the water off? Oh, I didn't spray this. We got to spray each one. Most of the water goes on the gouache, not on the brush. I was like, well. So we're talking about the guy, because now I'm over here wanting to know how I can versify my paints. So now that I can marry my watercolor and my gouache, and I should have. That's what I need to do. Sorry, guys. Hold on. Squirrel. Well, not squirrel, but I need to back up a minute. As I just said, I need to marry. Then we got to. My desk is all card making stuff. You can tell I've been doing card making Can't even get to my watercolors. Okay. No, we don't want to do one. We need our multi-palettes. Where's Rosa Gallery? Where her at? There her is. All right. All right, let's spray something over here. We're going to do something. No, it's going to be that color. And we're going to get our wiggle, wiggle, squiggle, squiggle brush. We're going to fill up the paper. We're going to make one flower. We're going, well, 2 flowers, maybe 3, because we want them to dry. Let's see. Annie, but then she has free shipping. If she has Amazon, she gets free shipping and pay less. And do. So it's on Amazon. Bye, Norma. Thank you for stopping in. We will be praying for Preston's healing. I will see you tomorrow if you join us at 3 p.m. Central Standard Time. All right, let's slap this paint on this paper. And right here. And remember, whatever we do, we're going to make it into a card. So that's the way that goes. And the left-handed girl said, that needs to move. Okay, we're going to go this way so I can go that way because I'm left-handed and is. But for right now, we're just going to be using watercolor. Okay, so everybody keep up with me. This is watercolor. This is what got some people yesterday. They were just, it's gouache. No, it's watercolor. Wait, why? Okay, we're going to squiggle some things around. Oh, that's nice and pretty. I got slimline in mind. So, wiggle, wiggle, squiggle, squiggle, boop, 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 doop, 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 and lay it down. Do because the lay down is the kind of give that flower a little direction. All right, let's keep moving forward, and let's do it over here. I could have taped it off, but that's not important now. See what happens when you got the card making, you already got the card like in your head. That's the difference of excuse me, and before I didn't do that. But now I'm just like, oh, slimline. It needs to be borders and no problem. I got that trimmer over there. We'll cut it up. Willow is a little mad that she's in her box. But I can't watch her and then do this. And she's at the point where she wants to chew on things. That's why I thought she had chewed up my daggum cord. It's like, no. Sorry, y'all. I get quiet when I get to get the painting. Okay, 1, 2, let's see, 3. Oh, she is mad. I couldn't hear her because I was talking, but now that I paused a little bit, and Mr. McCoy is at work. And I can't put her in the sunroom because Lauren is in the sunroom because it was raining. And Lauren don't want to be bothered, period. Watercolor to the left of her, gouache to the right. There she is, slapping paint in the middle. Thank you. It is. Listen, if I could show you my desk right now, I personally would be a little embarrassed. I never have 3 things going on at one time, like cards, fussy cutting, all the things. Okay, I can, let's do this. So I got these are drying. Okay, now I'm going to do, Let's do this. What type of brush is this? Oh, Lord. So, the name brand is Bestie Fountain. It's a, this is this brand. This brand, it's like a dagger, but it's not a dagger. And I'm going to tell you why I say it's not a dagger. And instead of me telling you, y'all know I'm a woman of showing. I can show you because I thought I could I went to the store to get a dagger and it was not a dagger. And I was just like, wait a minute. And it came in 4 or 5 different sizes. Oh, I hate to hear her hollering. Hate to hear the baby crying. Where is, oh, you know what? I know where my other brush is. I was going to say, where is my other brush at? The daggers, but I took them because I was outside painting. Yep, sure was. But what did I do with the thing? So, to tell you, it's Di describes it best when she calls it heel to toe. So this isn't a heel to toe. This is a heel to toe brush, but for a regular dagger, it looks like heel to toe for real, for real. But this one isn't called a dagger. Did I put all them brushes up? That's what happens when you got too many daggone brushes. That's a flat brush. Is this it? No, that's an angle brush, but it looks something like that brush. I feel like this should be a dagger. This is a dagger. There we go. Knew it was one. So, this is why I don't call this a dagger brush, but it puts you in the mind of a dagger brush. But the difference is the way the bristles are specially made. Like it's like this brush, and they cut out the little piece right there because this right here isn't like that. So it's not full body. Let's say it like that. So when you look at it and you turn it around, they're like this, the same pretty much. But this one has the tip is amazing. So I got this one from, I ordered it off of Amazon. It's Bestie, Beste Fountain Creative Mark. And I love this brush because of stuff like this. Let's see. I think she realized I'm not coming in there. The link to it, I'm almost certain, is in my shopping favorites for Amazon. I'm almost certain it is. But let me, oh wait, oh, I know what I can do. Hold on, I got it for you. I'll give it to you. I got the brushes on my thing. She is good and mad. I don't like when she's mad. It'll be okay if I couldn't hear her, but I can hear her. Which means I need to keep talking so I can't hear her. Right? Okay, here. All I meant to type that to Beth. I was letting her know Karen was alive. She's having a birthday dinner with her daughter. Who's having a birthday dinner? Whose birthday is it? I always love to hear what you're cooking. What you're cooking, Dawn? I'm not cooking. Oh, there it is. All right. There you go. And I will also put it in the description box, like I think it is. She says, tell you, Karen, she's on replay crew. Team replay. Oh, that's cool. That's cool. Who are we talking about? Beth? Oh, yeah. Okay. I typed to Beth. Okay. Yes. We're talking about Beth. Tell her that's fine. That's fine. Listen, I'm happy that y'all are here. I wasn't expecting everybody to show up like it's a Monday, but I am very much so grateful. I just had to make sure that I wasn't going to be in here because, I'm home alone. Boy, I tell you. It's football season, y'all. I don't look at football like I used to. Me either, Karen. It's leftovers today for me and my roommate. Well, Mr. McCoy, better get him something on the way home. What did we eat yesterday? Oh, we had Waffle House yesterday. Okay, I think these are dry. I want them to be good and dry. Because here's the other thing. And then yesterday, y'all, when he was doing his demonstration, he pulled out his heating tool. He said, normally I don't do it this way. I let it dry and I come back to it. And I was like, ooh, because I was like, what? You drying with the heating tool? He said, because for time, I think they only had like an hour. Why do I have this brush? Oh, I was showing the difference in the daggers. So yeah, that was the difference. But this one just does so much better with flowers. Okay, let's. Everybody has a roommate now, thanks to Dawn. Oh, I just can't say it on mine most of the time because y'all know. But he knows I love him. He knows. 20 years together, he knows. Where's, oh, look. What happens when you clean your room up? All right, let's get to slapping this gouache. I'm going to do a couple things first. I think she got the hint I wasn't going to come and get her. Okay. So can y'all see that? I want to make sure y'all can see all of it. Let's close up the watercolor. Rosa will be back. I'm going to use you again because we're going to make some more. All right, but the joy is in this palette too. All right. You want pigment. Not water. You want pigment. But look how vibrant it is when it comes out of the tube. Okay. So this, I'm just going to show you. We use that shaped dagger for calligraphy. Yes. So that brush right there can also be used for calligraphy. Yep. That is one of the, when the lady that I saw use the brush, and that's what she said. It's actually, when you go on there, that's one of the things that they tell you, that it can be used as a calligraphy brush. They have a whole DVD. For the link that I just sent, they have a whole DVD that goes along with it. I just didn't look at it because y'all know I wasn't using it for calligraphy. I'm left-handed. Okay, let's do this. Excuse me. Oh, I forgot to wipe it off. That's why it was like that. Look how vibrant that is. Paula K., I taught my right hand how to do calligraphy. I'm left-handed, but I taught my right hand how to do it. My left hand does it, but it's just, it looks like fancy cursive to me. The right hand looks more like it, but I haven't done it in like maybe, we're in 25, so I hadn't done it in a while. I might need to try. That's why I have all those calligraphy pens and the ink. Yeah. So this right here, when you think about what is it? When you think about, it didn't give me what I want. Where's my notes? I need my notes. The artist gouache. So the what's the opaque? I keep wanting to forget the word. The opaque. It's like watercolor, right? You suck at calligraphy. I ain't say I was great at it though, but I ain't gonna say it. You can read what I've written. You can read what I've written. So, hold on. We're gonna do this thing in stages. Gonna make sure we get it right. Where's my cheat sheet at? The paper, because Winsor and Newton, I needed to see what the my language. Yeah, there's the codes, the codes for permanent, the opaque. So these are depending on what color I choose, which was and they give you recipes, so you can make these colors. They give you the recipes. You can make all these colors from just these. Y'all know that, just from mixing colors. Yep. And so, but all of them have good light fastness. Y'all know that's important to me because I usually when I paint, most of my stuff I scan and sell my prints. But so this one was primary red. So this is primary red. That's primary blue. All these are the primary colors. Minus ivory black. That's ivory black. And ivory black is opaque. So I think all of these are going to be opaque because that's what I wanted. And remember, semi-transparent and semi-opaque. That's what Maddie was talking about. What's the difference between semi-transparent and semi-opaque? And it was like you can see through one. Like you can see through it. It's like looking through a church glass and looking through a frosted glass. That's kind of how I can remember. That's how I remember. So when you think about like, so the Winsor and Newton, they got radiant colors, but these are matte. They're gonna dry matte. And what did he say? He was doing a, I don't have, it's on my laptop, so I can't show you the picture. But he was doing his two sons in some water, and he started with light, and then he built on top of it. So he started with regular watercolor, which is why I wanted this to dry. And so then we're going to go in, see how this, and we're going to build upon the watercolor. Oh, that is so pretty. Oh, yum, 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 yum. And you go in and just mix it up. Just wake it up. Just wake it up. Spray it. And then tip it on your paper to make sure it's not too wet. Because when we add it to what we're adding it to, we're building on top of it. And this is the part before when people are like, well, that's going to make it chalky, give it a chalky finish. Well, these are artist grade, so they won't give it that because of they don't have the binder or something like that. I got to go deeper. Got to go deeper. But, got to go deeper. But the other thing was, I don't think it's going to be on here because this is just Winsor and Newton selling themselves, and I don't want to sell Winsor and Newton. This is not a performance of for Winsor and Newton. So this is not what. Let me give that disclaimer. This is not, what do you call that thing? There's no paid advertisements or nothing like that. It's just Winsor and Newton was what Michaels had in the store, and that's what I wanted. I wanted Hobart. So see, but they do give you color mixing, basic color theory for those who want to go into it. Me, I just usually take the colors, slap them together, and slap them down on some paper. Let's clean that brush off real good. And clean this one off real good. And let's go in, clean the water off. Let's go into this yellow. All right, and take that. And then tip it off with this one. Oh, that's going to be pretty. Welcome back, Julie. Welcome back. Welcome back. All right. Oh, look at that. Oh, look at that. Is that not beautiful? I'm just saying, is that not beautiful? And to make this flower the way I'm making it, you can only squiggle, 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 then lift. If you don't want your flower to touch, then you have to lift it up. So let's do that again. Let's put yellow on the booty, so the heel, and then dip the toe, thank you, Di, into the tip. And then you're going to take it and you're going to sit it on the paper and mesh, and then squiggle, 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 lift, and then go around the other way. Excuse my left-handedness. Put it down, squiggle, squiggle, squiggle to it, but you don't want it to touch. Then lift it, right? And let's get a little bit more of that red and put it down right there. Squiggle, 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 and I am gently wiggling, literally wiggling this brush. That's why I'd be like squiggle, 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 right? So, oh, I put that in the wrong place. Go get that back off. And then because I want it to lay down, so that's the flower, the petal, it's kind of down, just a little lay right there, just a little. There you go. I had to help hubby swap cars for driving lessons. Ooh, who's driving? You're teaching the kiddo how to drive? I taught 2 kids how to drive, and after that, they had to teach everybody else how to drive. But, okay, now let's go back to this line that's in the middle of the paper. Let me see. Hold on. Let me go over here because I know that I can. Oh, but you can see it. You should be able to see it good. Y'all see that? Do you see how bold that is? But you can still see. Let's see. Let's see. Where's the zoom? There we go. Zoom, zoom, zoom. It's important now because this is where the magic happens when I want to marry the two. This is for me. This is the fun for me. Okay. You see the opaqueness, opaque, opacity, transparent. Those words are important now, right? Because you see this flower and you see this flower and you now look at this flower. You can't see the paper. So a lot of people we're talking about they don't use white and gouache. Like, you know, most of the professional artists, they don't use white. They use the paper. Okay, well, watercolor, you can do that, okay? And then now that I've learned about the masking fluid, I see how they, you know, kind of do what they've been doing. All right, that's fun. That's fine. That kind of stuff wasn't what excited me at first, right? This is what I've wanted to do. I wanted to be able to make my flowers look 3D-ish without having to really go into all of that, waiting 2-3 days to keep adding and keep building, you know, where it really takes so much time to really, really get what you want. So this way, it makes this flower look 3D. Like there is one, two, there's watercolor is the base, and then I built on top was the gouache. So that's the gouache kind of showing out. The gouache is the show. Hey, Monique, thank you. So that's it. And so I did this line so that you can still see the transparency in this. Like you can still see that there's possible down here. Up here you can't because it's very bold up there. I'm gonna get a pointer. Very bold up here. But as I went down, it got lighter, and you can see down here, white is good for making ripples in water like beach pond. Yes, white. So, oh my God, Julie, let me tell you, when Buddy put that water, because his sons was in the water, and when he put them ripples in that water, he did it with the gouache. And it was like the watercolor was the base, and the water, I think I can show it to you, because I feel like I can show it to you. I feel like I can. I won't be able to do that no time soon, but I'm going to learn how to do it though. And is. So, oh, I know where it is. Oh, hold on. Let me undo the zoom because I don't want to make somebody dizzy. But that's what I wanted to show you. And you can see right here how these flowers are gouache. These are gouache flowers. These are watercolor flowers. And that's how bold and vibrant they are. Now, depending on what you want your end result to look like. I'm a flower girl. So I don't want mine to be how can I say, some of the ways that they use gouache to really let's see, let me show you. Let me just show you. And let me think I can show you. Let's see. Nope, that's too watery. Let's put some more in there. Yeah, that's it. Excuse me. Let's see if we can make a rose. Make a rose. Let's see. There we go. The stuff they did yesterday, it was mountains, water. You know, it's plain air. Plain air. Plein. So I get it. That's when you go outside and, you do all that stuff outside. I had to look that up and learn what that was. I was just like, oh, no wonder I ain't never really paid attention to that, because I really don't go outside to paint. Okay. So see this flower. See, the more I put down, you can't see. And you can build on top of that. Where's my white? Let's do this. Let's spread a little bit. But the thing about this gouache is we can go back and wake it up just like we can the watercolor. But you can keep building on top. And you don't have to worry about disturbing, excuse me, excuse me, disturbing what's underneath. Like, look at that. Look at it. You see that? You see how them petals just coming to life? Oh, I mean, they showing out. That's the joy that it brings me. So this flower, these are going to be good and dry. I'm going to leave that alone because we need it to be good and dry. And I'm not pulling out my heat tube. Probably, number one, because it's not near me. But look here. I can go on top of this. We can just go on top of that. Just keep going on top. We'll go right next to it. You see? That's beautiful. Y'all, I dipped my brush in my coffee. It's right on the other side of my water. Oh well. But even that one. So we just gonna keep doing it so you can see look how this is popping out. Look at that. It's just fun. Yesterday I was in amazement. I was all in awe of all the things that he was doing with that watercolor. And then when he said it was time, he let the people know who was pretty much probably getting mad in the chat. It's like, this was supposed to be for gouache. I put in there, trust the process. Trust the process. Just kept saying trust the process. They were still fussing. But you gotta trust the process. But look how vibrant that is. So think about my flowers that I've already done, and I was just like, I'm gonna do that. So look at this one. We got this one. It was done. This was during World Watercolor Month. That was Radiant. I'm going to go on top of this, and we're just going to kind of go over it and kind of peek that down there so it can look like this is kind of laying on top of the flower. Doesn't disturb. It does not disturb what's already there. So that's gonna kind of dry, making this look a squiggle. I don't want to dig into it because I really want to lay it on there. And it's like, you know, this flower pops out like it lays on top of that flower. Don't drink the painty water, right? So yesterday was fun. It was a fun class. And then we kind of go right here and put that in there. And then let's go up here. Make this one a little bit more vibrant. And it does not disturb what's up under there. Isn't that fun? I had fun. And anytime I learn something new and fun, I like to share it. Because why? Today, I could have been here in the studio and I could have been doing all of this by myself. But all this oohing and ahhing, the only person that would have heard it was me. But it would have given me joy, hopefully. And hopefully it wouldn't have made me cry. Because through the joy and through the grief, you know, you go on, you get through it like Primrose. I want the rest of my coffee though, but oh well. Oh well, there it is. We just won't worry about it. But so this one, when it dries, we're going to go back to that one. These two are our main ones. Now, remember I said, yeah, that's a lot of typo. It looked like the cat jumped on your keyboard. But we're going to go back. Remember I said I was going to take whatever I create and I was going to make a card out of it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring it all home. We're going to bring it all together, and it will. And I will make a card out of it. But right now, I needed y'all to just see. Oh, let's mix those up. That's a yummy color. Bring some more red. Let's tap some blue in there and see what we get. Why not? Oh, of course. There we go. Get in there. Yeah, yeah. Have you done pansy flowers? Pansies, yes. Oh, Julie, so you didn't see my, oh, yes. So I did do a pansy. Mm-hmm. The cards, I did a pansy card. This brush is one of the reasons that I got it, because I was doing, was it pansies? What's that flower? I think it was pansies. Look at that. That's pretty. I think it was pansies. Paula K, was that a pansy card? If you're still here, was that a pansy card? I think it was a pansy card. Pansies was what I did. Let's tap some of this. Let's bring some white in here. And the other thing about gouache is you do have to keep it, like after you, like if you have it in a tube. I'm not worrying about it being in this pan, in this right here, because it's just my sample thing. I'll probably slap all this paint on some paper before the night is over. Not worrying about it. But they said that you need to have it in a thing that was sealed, so you can keep the air out of it. Oh, this is awkward. Oh, pull it, go, squiggle, lift. And kind of just right there is to make it look like it kind of goes back there. Boop, 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 boop. Kind of peep through there. Boop. Probably need to get the Johnny Jump Ups. Yep, it was pansies. Okay, great. No worries, no worries. I'm happy you're in the studio creating while we're all just who else is creating? Di, are you up? Did you have breakfast? Have you had your breakfast, Di? Okay, we don't want to bother that one. We don't want to bother that one. Maybe not this one either. I think I need to, let's tip this one. I'm definitely gonna have to turn the paper upside down. Hold on. So now I'm gonna go down the rabbit hole of people who do flowers with gouache, because I get all the people, I've seen all the people who do the, you know, the mountains and the things. I'm not doing that. I'm not saying I won't, because probably when I go to Colorado next month, I'll probably be inspired to slap some paint on some paper for the mountains. Not next month, October. Probably. Oh, I messed that up. Okay. Probably will. I'm busy being glued to the screen. Okay, I get it. I get it. That's how I was yesterday. I was tuned in. And then I was normally I'd be like not wanting to mix the colors. He's just like, nope, just mix the colors, pull them all together, see what you get, and then slap it down. It kind of did work for him because he was doing a mountain scene from, looked like somewhere in Colorado, but, and it probably worked for them, but that doesn't look like it works. Going live later to do the giveaway draw. Oh, what time? Later this evening. So, and everybody, hopefully, if you know Di's channel, is Dawn still here? Or Barb is still. Barb, you can put the chat. Somebody put Di's channel, so that, because she's giving away, well, it's a drawing, and she's giving away a journal. A beautiful one, I might add. I want the purple one. If I win, I want the purple one. Everybody knows why. So let's go down here. And so when it comes to cutting this paper, I won't have it all together, because this one will probably get cut away from that. An hour and a half. Okay, well, look, that gives me my timing. I'll be off by then. So you just gave me an in. Other than that, because I'm having fun just hanging out. So, 10 a.m. Aussie time. Got two Aussie in the chat. Let's mix some of this black up in here and see what we get. Other than a mess. Because it would work for, oh, that's 7 p.m. Central Time. Okay. Yeah, that's not made for my flower. That is not made for a flower. So we won't do that. That would probably be good for a landscape, or I could do that like for, redo that thing we did on your live, Di. I could probably get away with that, but that color was not it. No mas. So maybe add some white to it. I got too much water over there, so we got to pull out more. He said it need not be watery. You need to get into it, dig into it. Not just like, if it looks like watercolor, then you got to dig into it. That's what that just made me do. It's too much water in there. Okay. All right, I think our fluid might be done enough that we can dig into it and do something different. So all the things that I wanted to do. All right, where's a pencil? Because regular pencil. I forgot how to do it. Okay, I think it's that way, and that way, and then that way. Oh well, it doesn't matter. it'll get the end result will be what I want. Oh yeah, that's it. Okay, y'all don't judge me for my drawing. Don't, please don't. Okay, so let's dig in. Ooh, that went too far in. And this is masking fluid, for those that don't know. Actually, you know, it's not mud. It looks pretty, but it just ain't for my flower. Maybe a dead flower. What was I doing? Okay, we're gonna do that. Okay, laying that down. Let me tell you something. I didn't know masking fluid could be fun. Oh, I'm gonna make sure my head's not in the way because I'm all down in it. There we go. Willow finally evidently went to sleep because I don't hear her. I had to almost go chasing Brandy because it was a deer out in the yard this morning. And I saw the deer. I didn't think she saw the deer. But when her hair stood up on her back, I had to grab her. When I tell you I had to yoke her up, and she was like, "No, Mom, I'm going to get it." Luckily, I threw something and made the deer just kind of go into protective mode. It didn't run, because if it would have ran, she would have just shot out. There was no way I would have held her, because when she wants to go, she going. There's nothing I can do. So that was the excitement this morning. So I've had plenty of stuff to keep me busy. And then, like I said this morning, hanging out with Pam, Casey, and Michael with the bleeping show. That worked out fine. That was fun. Oh yeah, this is going to be fun. So listen, if you've never used masking fluid, which some of you I know have, hopefully I got everywhere that I want to get you some and rewind or whatever, play it over and just do what I'm going to do. I think it'll be fun. Okay, I think that's all of it. We're going to let that dry. That's the way Yupo was when she was chasing kangaroos. Oh my goodness. So do the kangaroos turn around and kick? Like, do they kick at the dogs or whatever? Ooh. What happened? Where'd it go? Okay. Okay, we're gonna let the Tippy. Oh, that's a nice name. I like Tippy. Willow is Willow. She's just gonna be Willow. She's not gonna have a middle name. I can't just, every time I call her, nothing comes up. Okay, masking fluid down. Yes, they will kick if they feel threatened. Really? Oh my goodness. Well, they will probably kick the heck out of my dogs. Well, not all of them, because Brandy's the only one that is the one that wants to bother things. Like, she would be the one that want to chase the kangaroos. She would be that one. So I'd probably always be having to worry about her. Everybody else, not so much. Okay, we're going to let that go there. And I was going to do something else, but... Okay, so this right here is coming up. It's beautiful. She had a white tip at the end of her tail. I'm going to bring this back to life because I learned how. Even though it looked like mud, we're just going to bring it back. Look at that. Boop, boop. Yes. I would have abandoned this flower before yesterday. I would have been like, oh, no, that's not good. But see how we made that? It was mud. It looked, as Di said, it was muddy. It did. Brought it back to life. We added some white. Took all our white and just slap it in there. Which is the same thing you kind of can do with watercolor too. However, when it goes down and get down there, it's kind of done. But I'm going to make this one look like it belongs and it is still usable. Boom. Boo, boo, boo. Squiggle, squiggle, squiggle. I tell you, if I don't say the squiggle, I'll forget and mess it all up. Okay. Got to leave this for a while. So when you put the masking tape, have something else to do. Don't worry about it. Leave it alone. Because it takes a minute for it to dry. Well, I'm going to go into it in a minute and paint in it. But before we bring the magic in, got to dry. Let's scoop that down. And I need to decide what flower I want. We learned to always have a lead on her when we went to Torrington. Yep. That's Brandy. That is definitely Brandy. All right, I want to do red. So we're going to go back in here. Mix all of this. See how fast we've gotten rid of this? That's why I wasn't worrying about it. And they said if it's making a noise, then it's getting dry. So they say wet it a little bit. Mushy, 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 mushy. So I hear the noise and I was just like, oh, nice. But it's ready to use. So we're going to go in here. Oh, I shouldn't have did that with this brush. All right, let's turn the brush over and make it work. There we go. Boo, 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 boo. Yes. Yeah, I don't like this brush. It's not what it was meant for sure. That's not going to work. Sorry, I can't bring myself to continue to do it. Border Collie cross. Oh, a corgi. I love corgis. Oh, a corgi border collie. That sounds like what Bill and Tracy's dog was. Those that's on here. Is that what I can't even remember the dog's name now. He just passed on last week, I think. There we go, that's better. Get you a smaller brush for detail. Don't worry too much about how it's going on. This is one of them things we don't worry about coloring outside the line. However, kind of a little bit, keep it in. Just a little bit, not much. Small brush for the fine work. There we go. I can tell you that there is a difference in my hemi gouache and this Winsor Newton. I can't wait to get my Holbein so that because I just love everything about Holbein. I have their granulating paints, their watercolors, and they're just fun. Okay, let's go on over that. Okay. We're almost done. Almost done. And kind of really just go for it. Don't worry about it. Seriously, don't worry about going all over the lines. And you'll see Those that don't know what the magic is, you'll get to see. Hopefully I'm gonna be showing you something new that you haven't seen before. Hopefully, hopefully, hopefully. Oh, but that's pretty already. And I'm gonna do one thing. I am gonna do it because I can't wait. Can't wait, can't wait, can't wait. But I gotta go find it. This is one of the few times that you will see me do this. One of the few. And this is only for demonstration purposes. Y'all already know what it is. We're just gonna hit it a little bit. Not a lot, just a little bit. Okay. Still gonna let that sit. We're gonna let that sit. Okay. Now I'm gonna finish adding. I'm gonna use this paint first of all because it's in my brush. Just because we don't waste paint over here. We don't. And don't. Kind of. Oh, let's go back in this one. Kind of layer it across the top. Look at that. You see that? That's pretty. That's some good work right there. Some good work. All right, now get my Fateful green. Green probably thought I forgot about it. I did not. It wasn't time for you yet. That's pretty. We're gonna remember everything needs to have a line. Let's put a little bit of white in there. A little bit of yellow. Oh, y'all can't see the palette. That's where I say that's where the magic starts, in the palette. Sorry. Now, I don't think I would have done my watercolors like I've done these. I don't think so. I really don't. But I'm going to give it a drizzle to see if it performs. Look at, oh, that's so pretty. Oh, that's yummy. Oh, that's just so nice. So, if you happen to be scrolling through and you landed on my page, I just want to say welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you for dropping by the studio. Thank you for hanging out with us. Just over here slapping paint on paper as I celebrate, not so much as being commiserating, the 18th anniversary of my daughter and my granddaughter's death. And I'm showing how I literally walk myself through the grief cycle, or through the grief journey, and create joy by slapping paint on paper, one brushstroke at a time. That is pretty. Do y'all see this thing coming together? You see what I'm saying? So it doesn't matter how you put stuff on the paper. Just slap the paint down. Right now I happen to have 3 things going on. We're going to make this, bring this all together. And then I'm going to kind of probably cut it into 4s. And then we're going to make it into a card. But while I'm waiting on, look at this. Remember we did this? Look how that has popped out on there. Gouache and watercolors is my new jam. I'm in love with gouache and watercolors. And is. Hey, PM Art Studio. Who is that? Is that, let's see. It's not Patrice. What is it? Patricia? It's not Patricia. It's Mariah. Welcome, welcome, welcome to the studio where we just over here slapping some paint on some paper. My chat disappeared on me. There we go. There we go. Mariah, it's so great. I don't have your things. I did some with my doors that I got and my bees. Oh my goodness. We added them to our watercolors. Yes, we did. Because we needed them to show up because they showed up. Them bees just, oh, anything that I can put on my flowers to make them look greater, we did. We did. All right. So, okay, let's see. We're going to do that. We got to bring this. Everything needs a stem. Remember, boop, boop. Remember, it's coming through. Doop, 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 and down. And this one, doop. We got to bring them on down. One got to come there and down. So this is the whole thing. It's coming down. If I slap paint, what are you saying, Julie? It would look like a hot mess. No, you just slap some paint on some paper. It's fun. I'm telling you. Don't. I think the people that say what they can't do. Look here, y'all got me over here making cards. So I know if I can make cards, y'all can slap some paint on some paper. But it's not about it coming out. Remember, we're not creating masterpieces. If we happen at the end of it and it comes out and it's a masterpiece, great, wonderful. We're happy to have it. But trust me, it's somebody's masterpiece. Me, I just happen to be over here trying to keep my whole life together, and slapping paint on paper, y'all know, saved my whole life. And just so as I get to do that, I get to share, be very transparent. Today is that day to walk it out, because somebody needs to know that you don't have to live in the grief. Yes, life happened. Yes, it happened 18 years ago today. Yes, it did. But right now, I had to talk myself out of the going into the bed, just laying down and just being upset and telling God how pissed off I was, because he's just like, baby, I already know you pissed off. I knew when I did it you were going to be pissed off. So, okay, what are you going to do about it? Right? Yes, I used the heat tool. Mark it on the calendar. Die. Okay. Yes, I did. Okay, then loosen up and get rid of that perfection beast in me. Julie, let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. Okay? Let me tell you a secret. This is a secret. Don't y'all tell nobody else. This will not be televised. Okay? Don't tell nobody else. Okay? Okay? You ready? Embrace your uniqueness. Let go. Loosen up. I'm going to tell you the best thing that I've done today on my grief, today, was to not worry about what the end result was going to look like. We just slap the paint down on the paper, and whatever comes up is going to come up. We're going to turn it into a card. We're going to slap some ink on it. We're going to maybe put a sentiment on it if need be. But Julie, listen, when you're mad, get you some paint and some paper. And then when you're slapping them down, all the emotions that you're feeling inside, slap it down on the paper. Remember, we're over here healing one brush stroke at a time. You cannot paint two brush strokes at the same time. Even if I get, let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. I got two brushes in my hand, but I am still painting one brush stroke at a time, because that's a brush and this is a brush. So it's not two brush strokes at the same time. It's two brushes maybe, but slapping paint on paper, Julie, it'll help your grief journey. It'll just make you feel, and then at the end, it's like what Beth says. And at the end, we get to make beautiful things. Right? If it wasn't for paint, I don't know where I'd be. Like I told y'all today, normally I'd be out there on the lawn mowing. I would have probably mowed about, maybe 5 or 6 acres by now, because that's just how pissed off I was. But what can I do? I can't change it. It's a part of my life. It's my grief journey. It's my journey. It's my life. There's nothing I can do to change it. I don't care how much I kick, scream like a 2-year-old in the grocery store because their mom won't buy them some candy. It's not going to change anything. My daughter and my granddaughter will never come back on this side of the world. And my son will never be back. We will never be together again. So they would be grateful to know that I'm still moving on, that I'm still happy, and I still miss them. So I acknowledge in all of my grief, I acknowledge, yes, the pain is still there. Yes, I still get pissed off. Do me and God have some very interesting conversations? No, just me hollering at him. We don't have no conversations because he just like, I'm not paying you no attention. But look, we use this as a demonstration so I can show you what these gouache look like. Look at how vibrant that one is. Look at this. Look at that. And then I brought that thing together. All we did was add some leaves. Now tomorrow, this is why I'm happy I did this today. Because all the way through August, Monday and Wednesday, we're using monochromatic palettes. So I wouldn't have been able to bring all of the colors in, right? But for the most part, I'm still using my colors. All right, let's slap a stem on here. Well, let's kind of bring this on in here, even though it's the only rose. Boop, 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 boop. Everybody needs a stem. Excuse me. My voice is still trying to get away, and I'm telling it, nope, we're still going to keep moving. Doop. Everybody got a stem? Boop, boop. Let's put boop. Everybody got a stem? That's where you go back. Boop, boop, boop. I think everybody has a stem, right? Okay, we're going to kind of do this there. Boop, boop, boop. And kind of bring something through here. Kind of make that look like it all really, really fits. A journey is only a journey if you keep moving. Amen. 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 You can only win the race if you keep running. You can only finish the race if you keep running. And I consider 18 years, I am definitely still running this race. Okay, I like this. Okay, let's see. Let's see, is this dry enough? I feel like, do I need to hit it with the heat tool? It's dry enough. I'm going to just use my fingers. Y'all ready to see this magic? Hold on, let me zoom in. Hold on, because y'all got to see the magic. Got to see the magic. Hold, let's zoom, 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 zoom. Okay, ready? I think they said a pencil eraser would be good, but my finger is working. It's working. Looky, looky. Oh, snap. Masking fluid is going to stay on the desk. Yes, it is. Yes, yes. Look at that. Ah. Excuse me. Oh, my goodness. Look at that. Oh, I love it. I love it. So this is putting the whites. This is one of the things. Y'all see how I did my rose? You see how tight that one is? And what I would have to do with my rose, let me see, where is normally, I would have to do something like this because, you see, I tried to leave white space. And then when I don't leave white space, this is what I have to do. Kind of as we go back through our rows and kind of hit it real quick. Oh, that's needs some more water. And this is gouache, so we don't have to worry about it because it's not going to really wake it up. But this is normally what I would go back and do. So it looks like it has some white space, right? But we don't have to worry about that. And the other thing that I learned is if it looks ugly when you're doing it, it's going to be very beautiful when you're done with it. So that looks real ugly to me right now. And I'm not going to worry about it because normally with watercolor, I have a little bit more control with watercolor. But with gouache, you don't need to have control with gouache. Because with gouache, again, it's rewettable. It's forgiving, just like Jesus. It's very forgiving. So it doesn't matter, right? So there you go. So then we look at this thing. Isn't that pretty? Like, I'm going to have fun with the masking. Now, my pencil, let's see. I don't like the fact that you can still see my pencil, so I probably shouldn't have did that so hard, but that's a new part of life for me. We're not gonna stress over it because you know what? You know what? We're not over here trying to make masterpieces because you know who's the masterpiece? You are. You are already a masterpiece. So why are you trying to undo you? I need some more yellow in there. This green, I'm having fun with this green. Let's put a little bit of blue. Wake that up. Put that, mix that up. I would not have dared did all of this here with my watercolor. For one, I don't be wanting to contaminate the colors, but I'm finna tell you now. Wasn't that fun? Okay, let's back out. Well, while I'm in, let me show you this brush at work. Kinda. This one you can also do leaves. So let's do a fancy leaf right there. Put it down. And instead of squiggling left and right, we're going to go up, 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 up. And then go back down to it and then kind of do the same thing. And you get a fancy leaf. And then you come back over. So this brush does a number of things, right? Which is, you see how we mixed that color and got that pretty color? Yum. Now let's dig this in here somewhere. Let's see. Let's go. Don't think about it, Karen. Just slap the brush down. Boop, 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 boop. And wiggle, wiggle up. And boop, there. And then kind of bring that down through there because it's a leaf. So it needs a stem too. And kind of just lay it down as you go through. Just boop, boop, boop. And pull it out there and boop, and boop, boop, boop. Right? Kind of look like a peacock. Thank you, Paula K. But there we go. Y'all, I just want y'all to know that my heart is good. I feel 100% better. And I'm glad that I decided to just pop up on this live. And then we're going to go. Di, how long are you going to be live when you go live? Look at that. All right. Y'all know I can slap paint on paper forever. But that's what you can do. That brush does so much more. All right, let's pan back out. All right. And let's move this. Oh, beautiful, beautiful acrylic. And then we're going to pull this off because y'all know this is a two-part series. All right, we're on the home stretch because next we're going to hang out with Di. Hi, Lydia. I think I have a defective brush because it doesn't do those things. Lydia, who knows? LOL, I will do the draw and maybe play for a minute. Oh, well, I'm down for playing, just to give you a heads up. I just feel like I'm going to play all day. Probably play until I go to sleep. Mr. McCoy will probably be like, are you coming to bed? Probably not. And then he'll get up at 1 o'clock to go to work all over again. And I'll be like, oh, guess I need to go to bed. Lydia, I think you don't have a defective brush. I think you just need to relax the hand. Just remember I told you guys, don't hold the brush too tight. Because if you're holding the brush too tight, you're trying to control the brush. You don't need to control the brush. Let the brush go, right? Just let it go. Let it go. Let it do its thing. All right. And I'm still like, look at this one. Where we go? I thought maybe outdoors was on there, but it's not. Look at that. That is still, that's fun too. Is this all dry? And the other thing that I did learn about gouache. Let's say, for instance, we want to fix something here or whatever. We don't have to worry about it being messed up. You can go back and re-wet it. That's the difference between artist gouache and acrylic gouache. Artist gouache is re-wettable. Remember that. Artist gouache, re-wettable. That's if you want to go down the gouache rabbit hole. Because after August, guess what we're doing in September? We're not going to only do gouache. We're going to do watercolor and gouache. Remember, I told y'all I wanted to marry them. Just like I done married my watercolors with my card making that y'all have ever so graciously taught me. I am happy, 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 happy. So, and that's what the whole thing is, you know, the versatility of gouache is amazing. All right. And then I'm going to take some gouache. Let's see how we're going to do this. We're not going to worry about it. How far, this paper was, what was this paper size? I'm not going to worry about it. Close your eyes if this is going to bother you. Close your eyes. And think about it. That's what I'm saying. Don't think about it. Just do it. Just do it. And whatever shows up, whatever comes up, that comes up, comes out. All right. What size is you? What size is you? Think you're too big? We're going to have to cut some more off. Let's cut you this way. And yeah, that's perfect size. So everybody, Dawn put Di's channel in the chat if you want to join us over there, because when I'm done, we'll be going on over there. Oh, I feel like I need to do something else with this. I'm not done with this, but that's beautiful. Masking fluid is going to stay on the desk. And is. Okay. All right. Oh, this is a slim line all in itself. Look at that. All right, let's see how we're going to, oh. Good gracious alive. I don't want to cut that. Oh my goodness. I can just make it a whole big old card. Why not? I can do what I want to do. You know why? Because it's my world. And is. But I'm not going to leave it big. We're going to cut it. And sentiment will go there. This will go that way. This is how you don't overthink things. Just cut it up and keep it moving. Okay, how big are you? Let's measure. We need a little bit more off of the side. All right, perfect. All right. See how fast we did that? Back in the day when I was trying to control my life and control all the things on my grief journey, I wouldn't have dared cut all of that up. But what I've learned on my grief journey is I cannot control a lot of things. And here in the studio, I've learned, just let it go. It's just paper. Make it make you happy. That's what I want you to do, is make it make you happy. Don't worry about what it looks like. Just make it make you happy. That's it. Point blank period. We cannot control the cost of gas. If you can control the cost of gas, then control it. Like my hair. Di, are you having a bad hair day? Or you have bad hair life? Because mine right now is twirled up in a bun. There's no way in the world I'd do FaceTime. I'm not going to say that. Never mind. Because this is a transparent channel. So I would show the good, the bad, and the ugly. Never ugly over here, but for me, it's ranch living. You know, I walked this morning after Casey and Pam and Michael, their live went off. I walked because I was thinking about mowing, and I just kept saying, it's Sunday, it's Sunday. Oh, the people that's going to be passing by, leaving from church, they're going to be judging me. And then I was just like, oh, it's hot. It's hot. Just like, go in the house, girl. Just go slap some paint on some paper. Just go live and just go hang out with whoever shows up. And that's what I've done. And I think I feel better. Messy hair, don't care. Yep, messy hair, don't care. Pretty, pretty, beautiful. Now, this one's a little big, but I did not want this one. This is a great representation of gouache and watercolor. You can layer the watercolor. Watercolor needs to be your base. Why, you ask? Because watercolor is transparent. Gouache is gonna cover. So it depends on how you want it. Now I'm going to be trying it all kinds of ways coming up in September. We're going to be playing with watercolor and gouache. All the brands, all the things. Mostly, I don't know what colors. Right now, blue is seeming to be popping out. But I want to get better at how the layering, because I might want the base. But what I can never have, I do know this, is the darker color can never be on the bottom and the lighter color be on the top. I think we all understand that. That one's a good one, a clear one, right? So, but when you want to layer, you can start with the layering and then build up. And then what you're doing with the colors is making it to where it's you're adding light on top of dark, right? So right now I could come back and go on top of it, but the look that I'm wanting, it probably won't work that way. And so the only way that I know that I can find that out is I'm going to play with it. So that's what we're going to do. Like, look at this one. Same thing we did over there. Like, this one is still showing up, and you can see how I took the light and added it to the tip, and you can still see it, right? But that's not how I want my flowers to look. I want my flowers to kind of be like flowery, like the petals are like unfolding before your eyes. Like, I really want this to be like you can see, here's my pointer, a dry brush. You can really see the first layer watercolor, then right there got darker, and then right there. So it's like the flower is opening up before your eyes. That's what I really want it to be. I don't want it to be too flat. The watercolor is what keeps it from being flat. And that's when the versatility comes, and that's when the fun comes. And watching him do it yesterday, oh, I'm bound to learn how to do it. I'm going to get it. We're going to do it. It's my mission for September is to make sure that it works out, because it's like having two personalities in one tubes when you're using gouache, right? And that's the way I like it. And then you get to fix it, you get to flip it, you get to play with it. Watercolor sometimes scares people because once you put it down, they feel like you can't go back. Well, I feel like watercolor is, you know what I say? It's forgiving. It's just like Jesus, very forgiving. So sometimes you can, sometimes you can't. But for the most part, with gouache forgives way more than watercolor. So mess up, paint all over it, want to add light on top of it, on top of dark, no problem. It's like the undo button of paint. That's what I learned yesterday watching them do that. And that matte velvety finish, when this really, really dries, it's going to be beautiful. So Willow is mad again, but we're going to be all right. I already know the color that pops out at me is this color. So that already is going to get that color. Paintbrushes are not needed right now. I like that. And this one is pink. So we're going to kind of put that there. We're auditioning to see where we want stuff. If y'all see something that you'd be like, maybe a different color, pop it in the chat and let me know. But these right here are the colors that I have out. Because y'all, for whatever reason, my colors of flowers, y'all know they're always the same. I'm feeling that one. Maybe that one. No. Maybe this one. So this is just the audition part. So I'm going to leave that, let that sit there. Y'all vote and tell me how do you feel about these. I feel like green needs to be a base on there. Yes, thank you, Julie. I am very much so glad. I kind of knew it was going to be okay, but I just had to make sure. And the other thing is, I did not want to turn my watercolor into, I didn't want to use my own tears with my watercolor. Not that I won't. Remember, I have a whole series that's called Her Tears, because I was crying when the paint was hitting the paper. And I realized that, let that be. All right, let's see. What other colors we got? Oh, green. I said I wanted a green. Oh, that's pretty. The pale yellow doesn't fit. Okay. Pale yellow out. All right. Keep it moving. This one doesn't need to be on there. Okay. I like the green. But the green, we're also going to put a matte and a base. So let's just work for the matte. That's what we're going to do. Let's work for the matte. Hold on. That's what we're going to do. I like this one, but I like anywhere there's the orange, well, yellow. It's that yellowy gold kind of color. I like this for that. like this, and I like pink. So I feel like either we can use the green for a base and the pink for a matte. What say you? What we say? So these are the mattes. See how I'm learning the card maker lingo over here? These are the mattes. Oh, and I don't know if Julie's still here. Not Julie. Is it Julie? Yes, it's Julie. I think, wait, Julie and Juliana. Julie or Juliana? Can't remember which one. Julie, since you're here, journals. Are you learning? You want to learn how to make the journals? Because in September, journals will be popping on the desk. And I think I'll be a guest on Di's channel in September the 4th. And I think, Di, don't hold me to this, but I think I'm going to do my journal if I start on it. I think. Okay. So Julie, were you the one that was saying you wanted to learn how to do the journal? I can't remember if it was Julie or Julia. I got both of y'all, and so I wasn't sure. But I'm going to be I'm going to be doing some lives. I'm going to be having some videos pop up of just me putting together the journal. And then we'll see. Because junk journaling, well, 2 of them that I will be doing will not be junk journaling. They will be book binding. Because y'all know I got my trimmer, my big trimmer that can trim 400 pieces of paper at one time. Whew. Did y'all hear me? Yes. Okay. So we said just as, so let me get this and cut this up. And because you people have let me know that the difference in my paper trimmers, I can't use my other one until I get a new blade. I'm Betty Penny right now. And let me show y'all something. Let me show you how I'm a beginner at this measure and stuff. Let me show you what I'm finna do. Don't laugh, okay? I want to learn. Yeah, Julia. See, that was it. Julia. Yes, Julia wanted to learn how to make journals. So, Julia, I will be popping in on, I don't know if I'll do it on my Monday and Wednesday, but I'll be popping in, just popping up some videos. So you will see some videos. And I'm going to make some free time, or however Patreon does it, to give a class on my Patreon, because I have a class already on my Patreon, and I'm going to see if I can make that class free. So Julia, I'll share that link and let you know if I can do that, because that one does junk journaling at its finest. Okay, Paula, don't judge me, okay? But to make sure that I get what I want, this what I do. I don't cut my paper first. Y'all card makers, don't judge me. Please don't judge me. And do y'all use tape or do y'all use glue? As I was doing that, I was thinking about that too. But I want it, so far I use it to measure, but then I stick it down where I want it, and then I cut around it. That way I make sure I get what the heck I want. Yeah, that's it. So it's like that, and then we go over here and put this over here. So I have made a few journals and always glad to see different ways. Julie, I don't know if my way different. I think I told you guys what I bring to the table is usually my heart and my soul goes into making my journals. I'm definitely not judging. I do that sometimes, and I really want to okay. Thank you. And I realized I was saving myself paper. There you go. Boom. Because it wasn't working for me. Let me see, where is it? See this box of scraps? I got a whole box of scraps because I was messing up. Look at that. I was messing up. Oh my goodness. So I was just like, wait a minute, Karen, I know it's got to be a better way to do this. Y'all know I work smart. I don't work hard. That's why I be trying to grab this grief by the horn and I'll be the guide. Like once grief shows up, I'll be like, okay, you here? All right, we finna do it my way though. I'm not finna be laying in the bed kicking and screaming and crying. Bloody River. Not finna be singing the Woe Is Me songs. Now you might catch me crying a little bit, grief, but this what we doing today. We finna hop on YouTube. If we cry, we cry, but that's just how it's gonna be. Y'all know me. I'm very transparent over here because I want people to know that even though God takes something from you, He never said that it was there. We were born in this world, in this life, and it says you never know the day nor the hour. But I never planned on it being me having to bury 2 of my 7 children either, and my first granddaughter. But it's life. So this is how I'm showing you how still you get to show up. And slapping paint on paper saved my whole sanity. And it did. It keeps me lovely. But watch this, right? So when I'm finished, I probably got a slither. I probably could have moved this up there a little bit and just did it right there. But now then we'll come over here. Now this where sometimes get a little wonky. There's the edge. With this one, my other paper cutter, I don't have this problem because I could see it. But this guillotine, I be trying to make sure I don't leave my daggone finger in there. Boom. She cute. Hi, Bernadette. How are you? Bernadette, your bishop showed out today, girl. I was wishing I was in the house. He got talking about the people. I was like, look here, buddy. If I could be there, I would. Didn't miss Sundays at church then. But him was doing his thing. There we go. See? Boom. And, well, gotta take that lip off. That's too wide. And I want a little bit bigger down there. Maybe for this one. Yep. Nope, too far. Right there. Okay. All right, let's put this up. Oh, no, we can't put this up. We got 2 more to go. But look at how that came out. See? Beautiful. You was in the house today? Man, he showed out. Out. And I saw my baby did her walk today. All right. We're gonna, this one is pretty. So let's turn it this way. And maybe I want it to have, so do we want the matte? What color? So if we do the matte, this color, what color would my base be? Before I make this, should this be the base? Or wait, hold on. So this is how I was doing it. Did that way. Nope, don't like that. Do it this way. And then put there. I like that. What say you? I like that. What do y'all think? Which way is better? The base green or the base orange? Well, not orange, yellow. It's very golden yellow. Because I know y'all said pay attention to the colors. Or should we hone in on the pink or the red? Well, that's red. But that's pink under there. And that's kind of peachy. And I don't know what kind of that is. That's the flower dying. So y'all let me know. I'm going to pause for it. The yellow is beautiful and brings out colors. It does. It makes this one stand out. So everybody else want to vote? I was still thinking about what I did with the things that I had put those bees on. Oh. Did I put them on the prompts? I think I put them on the prompts. Maybe. This way, yellow, matte, for sure. Okay, we're this way. All right, good. I just want to see this way I get to get more, because before y'all see, I would do it. I would try out. I would audition pretty much every color in the paper pack, until I got one that said, yeah, maybe me. But some of them say, yeah, me, jumped out. And if y'all said, what, do you put glue on it or not? I'd have probably missed it because I get so engulfed in what I'm doing. All right, how far? I think this one's going to go more. It's going to be wider. Let's do that. And then you put the sentiment can go over here. I'll sign it maybe over down there. So I'll probably have a signing party on all of the cards that I've made and probably put them on my website. Just put them on my website with a price. All right, love it. I hope I didn't. Oh yes, it's okay if I did. I got bigger paper. All right, now we did this one. Now this one is about, let's see, we got 1. So we need to be on the 1 over here. On the 1, I think that's on the 1. Is that on the 1? Looks like it. Nope, little slim. Nope. Guess that wasn't the 1. Where would the 1 be? There we go. All right, and down there. I feel like it's crooked, but are we going to worry about it? No. Because why? It's not meant to be perfection. We're going to take a slither off the top. All right. Love it. I think this is too big to be a base now. I have to get a bigger piece of paper. Yep. Bigger green. So are we going with green as the card base? Green, or green. Do I have a, oh yes, I have a darker green. I like that. Oh, that's not the right one. I'm sorry. Hold on. That's not going to work. Got to get a bigger piece of paper. Hobby Lobby had these beautiful papers, and they're on sale. This paper pack. So this paper pack right here is on sale for $4.99. Yep, and then I had my $5 reward, and then my 15% discount. So yeah, I had to get it and bring it on home with me. Okay. I was thinking this color because to bring out these flowers. Now, would that work? How are you feeling about that for the base? Because other than that, I would have to go with maybe this color. What time is it? Because we got to be off here for dye for the base. Time is relevant now. Oh, that's pretty. I like that one. Because I don't have a green. The closest thing I have a green to this, and this big, is this one. Y'all get to choose the base. There's that one. There's that one. I think this one, I chose this one because, like I said, of the flower, but it's not probably going with the orange. I mean, with the yellow. I feel like this needs to be cut off some more, but I'm not cutting it off because I know what the problem is. It's a little crooked, and I'm not going to let that stress me. I'm not. It is, but I'm not. So, and again, the other thing I be having to do too is sometime make the base so that I can see what it really looks like on a base. I know you card makers, y'all know that color is going to work or this one doesn't. You know what I mean? Oh, see, I like that. I like that color. See how you take it away? Just kind of hone it in. So that's that color. This one kind of lightens the way a little bit. Maybe. I'm liking this color. And I'm still, I said I wasn't going to do it. Just swept up the last bit of the floor. Whew. Joan, I'm so proud of your craft room. Like, you have a big, beautiful space. And you got windows. Oh, that looks better. Yeah, I think I like this color. What y'all think? What you think? And then that one can go down there. What you think? What you thinking about it? Singing is not my thing. I don't have nothing to drink. My coffee is done. My water is gone. Okay. Or let's fold this one because I'm still liking it. Still liking it. Yeah, I'm not. Yeah, I'm not. I thought I was, but I'm not. I don't like it. I think. And probably like, you folding all them papers. I'm going to use them anyway, so it don't matter. It's less folding I got to do later. Because these big sheets, I bought them to make my slim lines. I know, Paula, but I think y'all bring a better perspective. Oh, that one's kind of cute. Y'all bring a better perspective when you say choose this color because it does more for this, that, or that. And I'm over here listening. Okay, so now I got two. So now this one or this one. This one's kind of dark, but I like it. This one is, I like both of them, but I can't use both of them. You do too, Karen. You have more windows than I do. Yeah, but you got walls. See how, check this, check me out, right? Never satisfied. This is probably what my husband says. She just ain't never happy. And I'm not. So, but I have a room full of windows. You have a room full of walls. I want more walls. You want more windows. But I would just want to take one of these sides that has a window, left or right, and make more and have a wall. And the only reason is because I can hang stuff on the walls. I do love my windows. The windows that are right behind me, I love, love, love them. I'm going to try to film part 4 tonight if I can stay awake long enough. You have definitely earned your sleep. I think I'm going to do this one over here, and yeah, I'm not going to worry about that. I think I'm going to do this one over here. I like the light one on the right. It picks up the bottom flowers. See, that's what I thought when I picked it. These flowers, that's what I was thinking. And this one blends in with that. That's what I was thinking. And I thought this one is dark. It has nothing to do with anything on. Okay, so I'm down. See, thank you, Paula, for confirming that I'm going down the right way. That's what I want to do. Now this, I'm not going to have to worry about gluing it on there. I have to make sure I have it open the right way because I did do that wrong one time. Okay, so we got the gist of it here. I'm just going to come down and just kind of cut it. All right, get this off the desk. All right. Okay. This is our last card because we're going over to Di's channel next. And I'm going to take the puppy out, or maybe I don't have to. Mr. McCoy should be home by then. I like the bigness of this card, the girth. Like she is. Don't like the fact that she's just a little bit off, just a smidge. But I like that. Let's do it. Let's commit. Do you have any teal paper? Teal. Not this big. No. Not this big. I do have teal smaller, but not this big. And Barb, that made me think about, because I'll be coming back in town after Memorial Weekend. So we're going to have to plan our meetup, our date, or what we're going to do. I wish I could send a car for you and just drive you all the way to the ranch and then drive you back. Oh, yeah, that's pretty. Now, these flowers tomorrow, when I show you these flowers tomorrow on the live, they're going to look how that flower just kind of popped. Look how I couldn't have planned that. You hear me? I couldn't have planned that. Oh, your earlier question. I use glue, which works better in my climate. I find tape doesn't last here sometimes. And that's what Di made me think about the tape, because she had said something about tape one time. And I was like, oh, I think I need to use glue. I think it's probably the same concept. And yeah, here too with the humidity, same thing. I love this. Okay, guys, I have loved this. Love this. Love. Can't say it enough. This was fun. And then on the inside, by the way, a secret. Part 4 is the last video for the reset. Oh, I'm so excited. Oh, I can't wait. Can't wait. Oh, Dawn, let me tell you about, you had this thing. I know it's a painter's tote thing, I think, that was sitting there I saw it in 3. I think it was 3. This painter's box. I think it's a painter's box. That was so yummy. That was so yummy. Okay, everybody uses glue. Great. Now I use this art glitter glue for my cards, but for my junk journals, I use this one for my junk journals. I use this for my junk journals, and for my book binding, the paper, anything I put in my book bindings, this is what I use. But all of the junk journals, I've been using the art glitter glue for like little stuff like that. Okay, let's walk back real quick what we did. These are all going to go on, well, they possibly can go on these. Look at. We're just going to place them right there. They might not. But from what we did today, we learned a little bit about gouache, my world of gouache that we're going to be doing. We learned how we combine watercolor with gouache. We put them together. They married well. We even did one that was done back in World Watercolor Month and slapped that yellow. This is gouache, how it sits on top of there. You can build on top of it, build on top of it, build on top of it. So I am happy with what it just brought me joy. I want to thank you guys for hanging out with me today. Like, really, really, you made my heart feel better. You made the tears not come. I'm not going to say I won't cry at some point today. I might not. But right now. Oh, it has colored pencils in it. That thing is so yummy. Love that box. So that's where we are right now. So if any of this, so whether you're brand new or you're coming back to my channel, whether you've ever used gouache or you want to try gouache, so let's give this in September, we're almost in September. We're going to be doing watercolor and gouache together. And I'm going to be throwing in journaling, junk journaling, make my junk journals, throwing together some pages, because as I've been trying to put together my pages, I'm like, maybe some people need to see how easy it can be and how not to overthink things, right? So if you're new to my channel, I want you to give yourself permission to heal on your own terms. I want you to give yourself permission to find joy however you feel like you need to find joy. Just choose joy. Keep creating. Keep exploring. Always have your mind on what can I learn next, right? I feel like it's ever learning. And that way, when grief does creep up on you, you got a rabbit hole to kind of go down, right? And that way, you can turn it around, just like I did today. Like literally turned it around. And remember, we are over here on Slapping Paint on Paper, healing one brush stroke at a time. So if you're not subscribed to the channel and you're here, do hit that subscribe button. You see it right there. Hit it. And then go over there and hit that bell notification all, so that when I do pop on, like today is Sunday. I'm normally on Mondays and Wednesdays, 3 p.m. Central Standard Time. Every Monday and Wednesday, unless otherwise noted. Because it is my journey, my heartfelt, to be very authentic, to give you an authentic view of what grief looks like. So today is the 18th anniversary of my daughter and granddaughter's death, and I got to come on here and create. I got to slap paint on paper, then take it and turn it into cards, and that gave my heart joy. Maybe I'm not sure which artist box. Wait, that's not the box you're talking about? It's not a box. It's like a painter's, it's like a toolbox. It's like, oh my goodness. It's like, yeah, it reminds me of an old school toolbox or tool case, carrying case that like somebody would have had just dropped their tools in, and it has handle and it was brown. If I knew I could just go get it. Look, I'll take a screenshot and I'll send it to you that way. So for those that, you know, we do these hops along the way over here on YouTube. We are going over to the Messy Palette AU. Dawn did drop her link in the chat. I will also be on her channel September the 4th. So join us, just join us over there. I'll be in the chat, but you get to join and have fun. So hopefully, and Team Replay, thank you. I thank you for joining. If you're still here and you're on Team Replay, I really thank you. Diane, maybe some painting tonight. Hint, hint. Oh, she said, hint, hint, Di. Okay. Anybody got any questions? Anybody needs anything? There's Di's channel. I'll wait a little bit. So if you don't have it, you can click on it and be ready. She will be going live in 15 minutes, 20 minutes. And again, I count it not robbery that you guys have come. And some of you have been here from the beginning. How long have I been here? Listen, I don't even know. Let's see. Oh, I'm turning into Pam over here. She's rubbing off. But I needed this today. I did. I really did. These are so vibrant. I'm just in love with them. All right. Everybody got Di's channel? Okay. All right. If you are here tomorrow, join me at 3 p.m. Central Standard Time for the regular time. We will be talking about tomorrow. What I'll be talking about tomorrow. Listen. Listen, hold on. I gotta tell you. I got it on my list. Tomorrow is the 25th. What if this is the life you prayed for? And gratitude unlocks the next level, so that you, excuse me, so that you can be you. Gratitude. Some people will probably be like, you're still grateful even after all you've been through, and is. God is still in the giving business. I will never, ever underestimate his giving. I will not. So that's what we're going to be talking about tomorrow. So if you're here, there you go. Ever learning. All right, guys. I will see you later. Bye.